Da 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 da. Ah! Go 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 go. Look at more light. Let there be light. And God said, let there be light. He said, let there be light. Hallelujah. What the fuck is good? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? How are you all living? Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back. Look at that. Look at that. It's a lot of Seeker. Look at that. I been sitting next to me for like a week. I didn't even really realize. Do you guys know what this is? It's some rare fresh shit you might not be on. I don't know. There's some real like rare fresh shit right here, bro. Look at this. I'm just gonna tell you, if she calls you on the Seeker phone, just focus on you, bro. It's okay. Just focus on you. If she calls you and she got a Solana Seeker, just focus. Just worry about what you got going on. Don't worry about what she has going on. End of story. It's fine. It's cool. Just worry about you, man. It's a big 2-6. You worry about you. If she got the Seeker, you're not seeking her. It is what it is, man. Just worry about you. Worry about what you got going on, not what she's got going on, and we can just cut it right there. Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. It is so good to see so many beautiful faces with me back on twitch.tv/threadguy, because that's the only place that I read the chat. We do got to figure out the lighting situation at some point here, because now it doesn't hurt on my... What's going on with the pit? Rose spelled that shit with 2 T's? Whoa. Who's asking? I don't know. What's going on? What's going on with it? Who's asking? Who's asking and what does he want to know is what I want to know. Who's at? Yeah, fed question. What? Who's asking is what I want to know. You're asking for an invite is what's happening? You're asking for an invite? You're waiting for a big reveal. You're going to be deeply, deeply, deeply disappointed. But you know what? If you're asking for an invite 6 minutes into stream, I'm dealing it out. I'm dealing it out. I'm like I was gonna make like a dealer joke. I'm not gonna do that. You know what? I'll deal it out. Yeah. Fuck it, man. I'll deal it out. 6 minutes in the stream, talking about what's good with the pit with 2 T's. Welcome, brother. Welcome to the rest of your life, man. Welcome to the rest of your life, and welcome back to the stream. What's good with the pit? What's good with the? They call it a lot of things. They call it the pit. They call it the Olive Pit. They call it the Brad Pit. They call it the Pittsburgh Steelers. They call it a little bit of everything, man. The racing pit, the F1 pit. They call me Charles Leclerc in pole position for Ferrari. That's what they really call it. So anyways, it is so good to see you. It's a Friday. It's a beautiful Friday. We have a lot to talk about today to round out what the fuck happened yesterday. But correct me if I'm wrong. It feels as if aftermath on Leopold Aschenbrenner situational awareness and what just went down yesterday is a little bit light. There's not that. I think that there will be infinite stories as to what really went down. There will be podcast. People. It's 2026. There will be the podcast circuit. There will be articles, Substacks. There will be everything. But at this current moment, I don't even know what today's date is. But whatever today's date is in this current moment, there's really not that much about what's good. Easy. Thanks for the gifted, bro. I saw you on TikTok yesterday or this morning with the Leopold Aschenbrenner clip. There's really not that much to debrief. There's a lot of lore though. There's a lot of good lore. There's a lot of shit to cover. And so this is what we're going to do. We're going to get to some topics. We're going to cover it through Market Open. I'm going to rip Market Open for 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I think it's going to be a good Market Open, by the way, because, bro, the Kospi Korea session last night plus 17%. We're going to rip Market Open, and then it's going to be probably a little bit of a shorter stream today, and then I'm out. I'm going to be done. I'm going on vacation. I'm gone for a week. I was kind of like blown about it. Not blown about it, but blown about the timing. I've been so hyped for this vacation for so long. The timing, I was a little bit like, fuck, like we're hot right now, but you know what? We're always hot. I think we're going to leave in a good spot, take a little reset. It's probably, you know what I mean? It's like the biggest the biggest AI hedge fund, it blows up. It's probably like a good moment to like take a couple days and like reset, Let's do what Leopold's going to do. He's going to reset. I'm going to take a reset as well. Yeah. Like Rasmer's gone too, by the way. Rasmer's gone too, I think, for the week. And so you're going to be watching, I don't even fucking know, Trader 4 TV. I got no clue what you're going to be watching. So yeah, anyways, welcome back. If you're on YouTube or Twitter and you would like to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. I think he still has 5 billion in private holding he didn't sell. I don't entirely know where we are at. Like, we're probably gonna go slow today, and I want to just like go pick through like what happened. I got some Ken Griffin lore. I'm going on a family vacation. I don't really want to tell you where, but I'll tell you where when I come back. We got to pick through some lore and like figure out. My understanding is he sold half, and we don't know who bought. I think there was 2 really good interviews about what happened yesterday. One of them was ours, one of them was TVPN. TVPN had on Martin Shkreli, who I would love to get on, but you know, me and Martin go way back. Me and Mr. Shkreli, we go way back. And to what I understand, he's not the biggest fan of the threadguy stream. I think this can be fixed, but in this current moment, Martin is not going to be a frequent guest. So you can watch him on TVPN. And then I would argue the other second best interview is ours with Flood. I mean, that was insane. Did anyone listen to Flood? That guy is insane. Flood was unbelievable. You know why Flood's so good, by the way? Is the reason a guy like Flood is so good is because he has, this is what I've realized doing like content for a while and talking. Like I get paid to talk. What I've realized is that when you have so much confidence, like you basically pass a threshold of confidence in your domain where you can get creative with it, right? It's like you learn how to play FIFA and then you start like ripping skill moves and shit. And so he's so confident in what he's talking about and knows his shit so well that he talks really slow and deliberate and then can get creative with stories. And he starts storytelling. Flood is really humble. I'm not sure humble is the word that I would use to describe him. I'm not sure humble is what I would use, but I think it's confident is what I would use. And he's like an incredible storyteller. I've actually hung out with him a lot. I've hung out with him like a decent amount out of all of the like former guests of the stream. Flood, yeah, humble. This is the tweet. I woke up to this morning. Jaws, really down to my last 50K, and I have no idea how I'll recover from fumbling millions after so many years in crypto. Flood reply. You never deserve the money anyways, so you'd never keep it. In almost all realities, you will revert back to the person you're always meant to be. Painfully average, is what he said. There's also another, this is like the most famous Flood tweet ever. Let's go with Bloodline. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? More money. No. Let's see. Does anyone know what I'm referring to? It's the most famous Flood tweet ever. Here, I know how to find it. Here, watch. Here you go. From Flood. Minimum likes. Let's go like 1,500. I might have to go more than that. Let's go 2,500. Let me see. This will probably do it. Here it is. Okay. This is my introduction to Floods. This is my introduction to Thinking USD 2022. Okay, this guy makes a tweet. Let's go one at a time. Money will never buy class. The Bored Ape is the cringe overweight rodent who closely resembles his actual mutant. The Milady is the sophisticated connoisseur of avant-garde art, obscure literature, and fine wines. Has many friends but prefers solitude. Reply. I observed both NFT communities and their habitats. Milady seamlessly assimilated into New York's culture, beloved by all and welcome as kin. The Bored Ape is exiled to the side tables of seedy, overpriced clubs with grotesque mating calls, pouring champagnes to their fake APs. Guy replies and says, muted, quote, shit that people that don't have apes say. Flood reply. Your entire personality is based off a cartoon monkey you don't understand. I can buy your board ape 1000x and your entire family, send them to the burn address without altering the trajectory of my financial life 1 millimeter. You are a nothing person, a specter in the ether. 3,000 likes. So yeah. Anyways, it was a sick interview. It was a sick interview because like there's a lot of real there's a lot of really good traders on CT, but I don't think a lot of them. I could buy your board ape 1000x over and your entire family, send them the burn address without altering the trajectory of my financial life 1 millimeter. I don't think a lot of them have experience in like the TradFi world that well. And so that's worse than you're a bad leader. You're a bad leader is one of my favorite chirps. That's one of the best chirps of all time, by the way. If you're ever like in intramural sports and they got some talent on the other side, it takes a bad shot. That's a bad shot. You're a bad leader. The rest of the team gets a little like excited. They start looking at themselves. Yeah, he is a bad leader. Maybe he is a bad leader. And you're like, yeah, bad leader is nuts. You're a bad leader. And you have a weak mind is a very good one. So anyways, if you didn't watch it and you would like to watch it, here, let me just, we'll live with that is good. We'll live. Every shot I scream, we'll live, or we want that. We want that is a better one. That's what we wanted after a miss. What was that father chirp you had in basketball? They're with us is there. Okay. Top tier chirps of all time. We wanted that after a shot. They're with us after a turnover. You're a bad leader after a contested shot. Even if it goes in, you're a bad leader is like super free. I think they're with us is one of my favorite. Like they turn the ball over and you're on the break. They're with us. You're screaming it. They're with us is really good. We wanted that. I really like. I really like we wanted that is a special one, I would say. Go up to the refs asking if their whistle worked is a good one. Cookies is pretty washed. Okay, here's a flood interview. Wow, it's actually 45 minutes of just like lore. He's with us after a turnover is unbelievable. I don't know the father chirp. But you're a bad leader. Really gets people. And then I posted this banger. I predicted Leopold Ashford's $45 billion blow up. If you missed yesterday's stream, Elliot, the boy, cooked on this. It's actually a really good video. I think we banked this shit. But anyways, we have a lot to cover. We have a lot to get into. It's my last stream before I'm gone for a week. And so your Leopold snipe was absolutely vile. I just like, I don't know. I wish I could have made money on it. I'm going to stream. Have a good, love you, Easy. I just, I don't know. You could feel it happening in real time. It was pretty cool. So, well, it wasn't cool that they lost money, but it was cool to like, you know what was cool? I'll tell you what I thought was cool. The reason I was like, because I was rewatching the video back and I was like, is this, I'm like excited in the video. And I kind of had this debate, like, is this in bad, these guys lost $20 billion, is posting this video where there's like, there's a lot of smiles for minus $20 billion. Is this in bad taste? And my conclusion was like, no, it's not in bad taste. And it wasn't like funny either. It was more so like exciting that we were able to dissect what was happening in real time. And I think that the reason it was exciting and the reason we were able to do it is because, think about it. It's almost been like a year since 1010. If you're a real OG stream viewer, you know that we have just been covering our bases across all domains. Like, yeah, we got the crypto thing down, but like, how do we understand the rest of the market? And I'll never forget when FTX was collapsing. I was hosting spaces every day. I was doing a Twitter Spaces every day. It was mostly about NFTs, a little bit about on-chain crypto, but I didn't even really understand on-chain crypto. Like, I didn't really understand coins. Like, I got them, but I didn't really understand coins. And I remember when Luna went to 0 in a day, and I didn't even really know what Luna was. It was like, it was the hottest coin. Well, what's up, brother? It was the hottest coin in the market. I didn't even really know what Luna was. And it went to 0. And I mean, Luna went to like 0, like it went to 0 in like a, in a day. Like, let's see. I don't even know where to find out like a price quote on this thing. What's the tick? I don't even know what the ticker is, dude. Let's see. Might even be on TradingView. Surely it is. Yeah, I mean, look at this shit. I don't know if this is the best. Is this the best chart? Luna USDT Binance. That's market cap Luna. Luna USDT Binance here. Yeah, look. Oh my God. Look at this. I mean, look at this, bro. These are daily candles. I guess we could go to hourly. Let me see if it might take a while. Let's go 4 hours. See if I can get there with 4 hours. I mean, let's see if I can get there. Yeah, look. These are 4 hour candles. I mean, look at this. We're talking $62 to 67 cents in like a day, in like 2 days. And so I remember this happening and having just like no concept for what was going on. This was May 2022. I had no concept for what was happening. I didn't even know what the coin was at the time. And I was full-time crypto. Like I was getting paid to do crypto. Yeah, look at this bounce. You fucking sickos bounce this thing. Look at this. You bounce at like 3,000% from zero. But I had no idea what was happening. And then it comes out that 3AC blew up. And I didn't even like really know what 3AC was. I didn't even like really know what Suzu was or who he was. I didn't know Kyle Davies. Like I had no idea. I didn't understand like what was happening, how any of this worked. I just understood like Bored Apes were expensive. And then they go back to back. And so I'm covering this stuff live on Spaces. I'm not even covering it. It's happening. We're talking about like Azuki NFTs. Like I'm not even engaged with what's going on. And then FTX collapses. And I'll never forget reading the posts about like, admittedly, it was way worse. It was way worse because the market was imploding. Now the market's going up. Like Leopold gets carried out and the market's green. FTX is collapsing and it's like the industry's over. And these posts are coming out that like there's rumors, FTX has a hole. I'm like, what does that even mean? And then there's like rumors FTX is insolvent. And I'm like, what is that? I don't even know what that means. What do you mean? How could that even be possible? How are they insolvent? And so I remember just like watching everybody else cover it and trying to dissect what was going on. And even then I couldn't I just didn't get it. And then you go through it and then you go through the entire bear market. And then 6 years later, and we start to piece together what's happening across all verticals. And then eventually you're like, okay, cool. I kind of understand what's going on now. So then it happens again. And in theory, you do what, 4 years later, in theory, you do what you probably should have done I guess you should have done it during FTX, but you've seen it enough times in crypto when there's forced sellers, you just buy. And so I didn't, but Mando buys, Binks SK Hynix at the bottom, sick trade. It's yeah, that's just experience. That's just muscle memory. Samuel Bankman for all my guys. That's just muscle memory. I don't even think he had a thesis. He's just yeah, it's down too much. They're stepping in. Someone's forced. Muscle memory. You just click buy. And so we did Mando yesterday, which was sneaky great interview. So anyways, that's my little intro. Let's get into some lore. Let's figure out what happened. Let's cover some shit. Let's talk about the market. We got to open in 30 minutes, and we have a lot to talk about. Let's do a little roll call. Caleb, what's good? AJ, what's good? Palm Beach Trader. OK Market. Swindler, what's good? Viblet, first chatter once again, as always. What's good, Mr. Vib? Tingle, what's good? Rectal, what's good? One Positive Dude, what is good? Lefty Trading. Lefty, I got your video on here. I don't know when we're going to get to it, but I'm excited to watch it. Andrew Barks, what's good? Seth, what's good? Sigma, what's good? Arc, Live the Live TV. Enjoy your vacation. Thanks, bro. Rip my coins for me while I'm gone, please. I'm going to hold them. Kenyon, what's good? Rug, what's good? ND, what's good? Rowan, what's good? Pipe Bomb 33. Pipe Bomb and Daily Jerk are back to back. All right, let's get into some stuff here. First and foremost, I don't even have the story that piece together, but we're gonna go through some stuff. I didn't even see this DNAP. I guess this is a new post. Leopold Ashenberg sent a letter to LPs last night per the Financial Times. Quote, "These were very expensive scars, but I am dedicated to ensuring they will be invaluable lessons for our organization and for myself as we move forward." Aschenbrenner wrote, My core promise to you is that we will not waste the opportunity to learn from these events. He added, over the past 2 years, we've delivered outstanding results despite occasional sharp pullbacks. But our fund must always be structured such that we can take a loss and fight another day. There are a few better learning experiences that a 25-year-old investor could ask for. Excited to see what Leo does next. Followed by interesting. Situational awareness says that even after including its July losses, the fund is still up about 40% year to date. So we really don't know like where they're at yet. We don't have details are not really out yet about where we're at, but allegedly they're up 80%, which is nuts. The letter also reportedly blamed short sellers. Leopold Ashenbrenner's hedge fund situational awareness is down on 67% so far in July after incurring heavy losses on AI stocks, according to the person who saw the letter the firm sent to investors on Thursday. We let you down this month, Ashenbrenner wrote in the investor letter, the contents of which were described to the Wall Street Journal. The deep losses prompted the firm to sell the bulk of its stock holdings to the investment firm Citadel as it raced to gather cash to cover margins from its lenders. Situational's gains early in the year were so large that even including July's losses, the fund remains up about 80% on the year, the letter said. Ashenbrenner party blamed short sellers who, amidst playing your clip on his stream right now, no way. No way. Fuck, my computer's so slow.
Lost money. It was because he borrowed on the same collateral from multiple banks, juicing his leverage, 2 to 3 times what other people thought. And so essentially like Goldman comes to you and they say, hey, we're really worried about the exposure here. We need you to post additional collateral. Leopold is like, well, fuck, I don't have the collateral. So that's why that news came out that, hey, he's raising funds. You're not raising funds when the market's going down because you're having a good time. You're raising funds because you have a liquidity crunch or a call.
My guy.
Because when you sell your assets and the market's moving against you, it exacerbates the move. Because now all of these very sophisticated trading firms see you selling and they're like, oh, this guy is liquidating. Let me quote even wider, right? Let me try and front on this guy and short.
Everyone's like he's talking too fast. Has like a huge position to
unwind, right? You get stuck. And
so this is what happened over the past week when all these stocks were going down. Citadel understood that Leopold was going to have to liquidate. The other funds started realizing that there was some fund out there that needed.
Hey,
to
someone linked a podcast. I don't want to spam. I don't want to spam. What podcast is this?
Things were getting iffy.
I don't want to show his chat.
Very clear. This is probably.
I don't want to show his chat.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and I think what I don't
want to show his chat.
Made it obvious to people was the Citadel surprise hike FUD that they put out. I think that was a signal to everybody, like, oh, Citadel starts smelling the blood, and then all these other funds are like, wait a second, if that fund's going out of business, we can make a lot of money shorting at least for the next 24 hours because they're going to have to sell into the weakness. So this is threadguy movie, and then you've got this macro scary boogeyman rate hike backdrop that Citadel just created for everybody.
Threadguy the GOAT movie, Threadguy X Flood movie.
Let's short and let's take this guy out, and basically that's effectively what happened. And
YouTube gang,
Citadel
my boys,
made sure to make that happen.
Well, I mean, look, if I'm buying a house, I'm not going to talk about any of the positives of the house. I'm going to try and argue a case for why my price is fair. Oh, I heard gunshots in the neighborhood, and the fence is a little messed up. And, there might be some structural issues. Like, you're going to say everything possible to drive the market down. I mean, this is the same thing Ackman did where, he went on CNBC and he was
COVID was crying.
Yeah. And he was, talking about how disastrous COVID is going to be. And then in the meantime, he was actually covering his shorts and flipping long. Like, there's nothing, is it a little bit shiesty? Sure. But if I know that a fund is stuck and I know that someone's leveraged.
I got stream on top.
And I have the size to do it. Like, why would
James
you
Duncan
market down? Wow. Because they're going to be far more agreeable when Goldman is about to say, listen, we can dump this into the market. And they go, no. Like, let's find a bidder and let's get this cleanly off our books and go. I mean, Goldman would never really dump it out of the market. That would incur quite a bit of losses. But I mean, listen,
they will make a movie about this, by the way.
Ken is not a nice guy. You don't make $50 billion by 50. Having the best interest. I mean, more probably 80, 100 billion. You don't become the GOAT 50. By not sharking people.
Well, speaking of Ken, I found a clip from him last night. Here's what he said about how people become unsuccessful at Citadel.
Let's watch it.
When you join the firm as a new portfolio manager.
When do you sack me?
Well, let's be clear. We don't want to sack you. We want to see you have an incredibly successful career. Why do people's careers derail? Why do people run into tough tough predicaments, there's a couple of reasons. Number one is some people just, to be blunt, they're just not good risk takers. You can put the facts right in front of their face. You have a portfolio that is extraordinarily highly concentrated. Your large positions, you
looks
cannot
terrifying.
demonstrate a clear and concise competitive advantage in why you
Imagine
own
this
those
guy's on the
positions.
other side of your
If
books.
these go awry, we don't have a basis to work together. And there are some people that just with full information are unable to help themselves. Look, I think there's something that we do that's very different than most firms. Everyone agrees
Dude, he
that
looks
there's
nuts.
an art to investing.
He goes on to say that you need to learn how to be able to manage your risk, which obviously this Leopold guy wasn't able to do because he was.
Wait, give him
winning
it like
so
one more
much, and,
minute.
you know, I think most people realize
This
that
is
he
a
got
historic
ahead of
time,
himself
man.
by feeling like he was probably the smartest person in the world. But unfortunately, that's not how it played out. And in fact, it's kind of crazy because Leopold mentioned in the only interview he's ever done back in
DNAP.
2024
It's a DNAP
that
clip.
his only objective when becoming a hedge fund manager was to make sure not to blow up.
Play the DNAP
which,
clip.
Unfortunately,
Play it.
ended up
It's a
happening,
DNAP
even
clip.
though
It's a
he
DNAP
still
clip.
made,
It's a
you know,
DNAP clip.
good
Come
chunk of
on.
money.
Yeah, I mean, look, obviously you can't, not blowing up is sort of like
1.2 million
task
views. Is
number
that
1 and 2
DNAP?
or whatever. I mean, I think this investment firm is going to just be betting on
1.2
AGI,
million?
betting on AGI and super intelligence before the decade is out, taking that seriously, making the bets you would make,
Yeah.
if you took that seriously.
It is.
So, I think if that's wrong, firm is not going to do that well.
It's a
The thing you
DNAP
have to be
clip.
resistant to is like you have to be able to resist to get one or a couple or a few kind of individual calls, right? It's like AI stagnates for a
DNAP
year because
clip.
the data wall, or like
No
you got the
way.
call wrong on like when revenue would go
No
up.
way.
And so anyway, that's pretty critical. You have to get timing right.
And he did get timing right. He got the timing right on when these stocks would end up seeing those S curves of growth. And he got in right before it happened, but he got the timing
Oh
wrong
my God.
when he needed to delever. Forget even selling positions. just
Pit
like getting out of
world
the leverage. He didn't have to
order.
sell his initial cost basis because that was so small compared to the leverage that he had, but he needed to get out of the leverage. And he was up so much that like theoretically you would assume that, you should be able to get out of the leverage. And you need to understand how financial markets work, which is that stocks go up and down. So you could bet that AGI is going to go up in a straight line and that it's just going to be up and up and up. And we need more.
Amit always looks
compute,
mad
more
as
spending,
fuck.
yada,
Nah,
yada.
he's the boy.
But these are financial
I'm gonna
markets.
click off in a
Trump
second.
says
I just wanna see if
something,
there's like
Iran
one more
strikes
second.
some vessels, which they did this morning.
That was
which
mad
brought oil
entertaining.
up. Stocks are going to
DNAP
go
clip.
down. Like the AGI thesis is going to be in question because the 10-year bond yield is going higher, which is why all this stuff in the macro we talk about so much. Amazon right there up 11.5%.
Let me know if there's anything else good that we should click on when he's talking. Shout out the YouTube gang as well for showing out. I love you over there on YouTube. Twitch.tv/threadguy though is the only chat that I read. Look at this shit from DNAP. DNAP is one of the best clippers in the world, locate when he wants to be. He posted this yesterday. He just like sniped this. He posted this yesterday. Leopold explains his approach to not blowing up. 1.2 million views.
Yeah, I mean, look, obviously you can't, not blowing up is sort of like, task number 1 and 2 or whatever. I mean, I think this investment firm is going to just be betting on AGI, betting on AGI and super intelligence before the decade is out, taking that seriously, making the bets you would make, if you took that seriously. So, I think if that's wrong, firm is not going to do that well. The thing you have to be resistant to is like you have to be able to resist to get one or a couple or a few kind of individual calls, right? It's like AI stagnates for a year because of the data wall, or like you got the call wrong on like when revenue would go up, and so anyway, that's pretty critical. You have to get timing right. I do think in general that the sort of sequence of bets on the way to AGI is actually pretty critical, and I think a thing people underrate. So
he's basically done one interview ever, to my understanding. Like has he done more? I don't really think he's done more.
They are witnessing the market close. I mean, Amazon's.
Let's see. Leopold, Ashton Brenner interview. He's done a couple. Dwarf Cash. Let's go like popular. Popularity. No, he hasn't really done interviews that I know of. There's a couple total, and some of them he's really young. I guess, yeah, he's really young in a couple of them. Here's the thing, too, about... Here's the thing about... Bro, I tuned into this and literally thought you were interviewing Leopold, and I wasn't even surprised. LMAO. So good. Shout out OSF and Mando. The thing about the ability to raise 20, like, if you're able to put yourself in a position to lose $20 billion, you're also going to be able to put yourself in a position to raise billions again and run it back. That's the thing about the Leopold situation is that, bro, he's going to be back. It's like if Sam Bankman-Fried, for all the guys, came out of jail and was raising a fund and asked you to LP, the answer is snap call, yes. How much money can I give you? It's just the reality. If Sam Bankman-Fried, SBF, FTX was about to raise for a token or a project or an exchange, imagine SBF came out of jail and said, "I'm raising for a perps exchange." Okay, how much do you want and what val? Like, can you imagine SBF gets out of jail and says, "I'm raising for a hyperliquid competitor"? How much do you want? How much do you want? Look, I know it's different. I'm more so just like talking about I'm comparing them because they're both FTX and billions of dollars blown up. You're just giving it to him 100%. And so Leopold did not commit SBF level. Well, we don't really know what happened still, but he didn't commit SBF levels of fraud. Probably not even close. However, if he came out and was raising, you're giving it to him all day, every single second of the day. And so he will be back. He will 100,000% be back. The thing I'm trying to figure out as I have a week off. And so you get like a nice week to think about the market and think about where we're at, is that the underlying problem, I think, that got us to AI stocks rolling over hasn't really been solved. This is the thing that I think will be worth considering as we're off and like not streaming or watching other content, whatever, is like we got here because the moves were euphoric. Everything was up disgusting. You get narrative violation galore with Kimi K3 being the frontier model. You get narrative violation galore number 2 with these open source token cost being super, super, super cheap. I think you get narrative violation number 3 when you start seeing stuff like this. It's actually about Coinbase, but it actually isn't about Coinbase. It's about just like general productivity, which is Coinbase sums it all up. And since June of 2024, 2.5x as many pull requests per engineer. Meanwhile, revenue is lower than June 2024. Engineering headcount is up and net income is down double digits. So clearly the token maxing didn't actually move the needle on a business outcome. Now, I think this is like handpicking a little bit because Coinbase is an exchange, primarily crypto, and crypto is, revenues, I would imagine, is down only since like June 2024. So it's handpicking a little bit, but it feels like the worst kept secret in tech right now in TradFi is that no one has built anything productive at all with AI. Like there's just like been nothing productive built. There's been, I think, little stuff. Like we have the Tulip King built this bot. It's awesome. Pulls clips. It's actually increased our revenue, I would imagine. But for these like major companies, all you're seeing is like you're just seeing this Uber CEO AI. Like you're seeing a bunch of what's the Uber? You know what I'm talking about, DNAP? The Uber guy goes on Invest Like the Best, and he's like, we had to cut everybody's AI spend because they're like wasting. They're absolutely, CFO, I think. Yeah, they're wasting all of our money. We've built nothing productive from it. We're just like burning. And so there's like narrative violation galore, and then we still have, even if it was a fake rumor, the rate hikes from Ken Griffin, like even if it was kind of fake or it was used maliciously, that is still a problem, a potential catalyst for us to go downside. And so I don't know. It feels like we're ripping, like everything is back, but it feels like there's this underlying gray cloud that's kind of following us around. Of we're not out of the woods yet. And so I definitely think I'm not really like, I think the time to buy it was like Mando nailed it. Distressed seller, just drilling bags, drilling stocks. SK Hynix, all of these names getting crushed. Look at the Leopold stocks are getting crushed. And you just like buy the distress. But then how it plays out over the long term, I think is like very questionable. I have a couple of videos I want to watch about Okay, let's see. What do I have? Wait, I want to find that Uber clip. Was it Uber CFO? Uber AI. Let's try this. Yeah, they said they use all their yearly tokens and like Uber's COO said it's getting harder to justify its AI costs because there's no way to show a link between AI spend and any meaningful increase. Yeah, but there's a clip. Of course, it's Ed Zitron, by the way. But there was a clip that was really good. I probably won't be able to find it. No. Whatever. X billion meme coins collide. Yeah, whatever. We'll skip it. But that seems to be the new narrative that's like pretty quietly, or I guess pretty loudly, getting some traction of nothing productive has been built. Contrarian Cat made a good post about this too. Let me see if I can find this one. It's just like things to think about over the next couple weeks. He had a really good one. Yeah. It's so fucking funny that clearly nothing of substance has been built at Fortune 500s with AI. Where's the earnings call with a bank or something that is like, yeah, our IBs are 2x as productive and we are winning more deals. Yeah, this OPEX line we cut minus 70%, no problem. Most of what AI has brought to traditional businesses so far after a few years is a token bill and some cybersecurity worries. Brutal, brutal, brutal narrative violation. So yeah, that seems to be where we are at with the AI stuff. And so I don't know that. I'm just saying I don't know that we're out of the woods. I don't know that we're out of the woods. But anyways, we did the Leopold coverage pretty well yesterday, but we missed Martin Shkreli, and he has a few good clips from TBPN that I want to watch before market open, just because I'm so fascinated with this story. Let's start with Shkreli and see what we have. Did anyone watch this live?
How's your last
Take us through it.
24
What's the
hours
last
been?
24 hours been like for you?
It's been interesting. I do invest myself, so it's been
Shkreli ran a
probably one
fund,
of the
yeah. Shkreli ran a hedge fund at some point.
craziest months in Wall Street history. I was talking to some friends last night about long-term capital management, Amaranth, other famous liquidity-driven blowups, and this is up there.
Wow.
And yeah, it's just a really crazy thing. We had heard rumors sort of mid last week, and then they really started crystallizing last night, and this morning, obviously, sort of a fait accompli. And I actually think.
Do you remember, by the way, when we were scrolling Meridu's Twitter, and it was like there was rumors of this, there's whispers around Twitter of this Leopold blow up? There was actually whispers, man.
They did a wonderful job of keeping it relatively quiet. I think some players were already positioning, say, early in the week, Monday, Tuesday, looking to do what my old boss Kramer used to call, shooting against a fund. So if you know somebody has to liquidate, the best thing for you to do, unfortunately, sadly, Darwinian, is to go sell all the positions you have in common and go start shorting everything they have.
Yeah.
And it accelerates the sort of downfall as quickly as you can. And this is a very common practice when these things, happen. Certainly not something I had overlap positions with them, so certainly not something I would do, but no, a wide number of funds that were shorting all of these stocks, hoping to cause a panic and a crash.
Shopify, whether you're starting.
Wow. I'll watch the full interview at some point. Here's another one. I love this lore shit, though. That's why I like Flood so much.
The rumor is over the weekend, he contacted about 10 parties to place
Anthropic
Flood.
Thanks, bro.
In an effort to shore up liquidity. Selling the Anthropic stake for allegedly the offer was at 1.1 trillion equivalent market cap, which is, I think, roughly where it's trading.
Yeah.
It's unclear whether that was sold or half of it was sold, is what we reported. That half of it was sold. It's still a little unclear who bought that, what's happening exactly, but that's the best we've got. And then, when it came to the public, book, it does sound like, the buyer of that book basically got from what we were told, a $3 to $4 billion insta markup. So they basically now have to work out of 3 to 4 billion.
Yeah.
More than 3 to 4 billion, quite a lot more. But in essence, if they work out of these positions without disrupting the market, they'll have printed 3 to 4 billion on the trade, which is unusual and interesting trade, but really exciting. One of the parties reached out.
Huge discount. Yeah, 30%. What's the discount on that? Massive.
To me last night, one of these three parties, interestingly, after my reporting, and they said that in essence, in some substance, yes, Leopold flew a little too close to the sun, and your numbers are a little off. And I asked what direction, and they wouldn't confirm or deny. I received a lot of pushback on the reporting, to your point, privately and publicly, that it's not so bad, and that he's only down 30%. 30% you can kind of live with, but also, if Anthropic hasn't changed its mark, that means you were down 60 in the public book. And if you're Forex levered, that means you're sort of down 15 on the public book, which sounds too good to be true. If you're trading these stocks, they were down like 15% a day.
Yeah.
So we've also heard the other AI funds are hurting, maybe not as much as trouble, but certainly hurting as well.
TBVN's
Damn. Yeah, that sounds light. This is the thing, is like a lot of people are like, oh, he just sold early. It sounds light, man. Number sounded light.
We
2 more clips, then we're gonna get to market open.
heard that 3 firms were bidding on the assets. So Jane Street, Millennium, and Citadel were sort of brought in a closed circle, sort of late Friday to bid on
the
remains of the firm.
On Friday, last Friday?
And we got offered a look at $100 million of Anthropic stock, which we were puzzled by. Sometimes you see these SPVs, sort of interest comes across, here and there, and we thought that was interesting. I sort of raised my eyebrow and I was like, is that Leopold? It's because, sometimes when you want to sell $4 billion or something, you don't come out and say you want to sell $4 billion. You come out and you say, you want to sell $100 million of it. And usually a guy who wants to buy 100 is enough to buy 500 or more. Yeah. And you sort of fill them out and say, here's 100. Okay, do you want 5 by any chance? And then, your eyebrow starts to raise a little.
Holy fuck. Dude, imagine you had to sell $5 billion worth of illiquid pre-IPO stock, and you had to do it like today. The crazy thing about the flood discussion is like Goldman calls Leopold at noon, and they're like, we need $5 billion, we need $1 billion of collateral, and we need it like today, like by market close. And he's like, well, I have no money. And they're like, figure it out. And then you start calling people, and you're like, I need a yard like now. I need it like right now. I need it. I have 3 hours. I need it right now. And they're like, okay, what can you give us? And we're like, I got nothing. I got no. I got you want to buy Anthropic stock? And they're like, I don't know, maybe. You're like, okay, well, you need to buy it now. I need to sell it now. Like I have to sell it by market close. I didn't realize it worked like that. Like he gets the shoulder tap, and they're like, you have to post collateral right now. It's insane. Yeah, imagine just sell $300 million worth of Shaws. A fucking
little bit that maybe he's got even more. Now, of course, this is a really odd situation. So we heard Millennium did put in a bid. Citadel's bid was better. I think Ken wants to be the guy that everyone goes to when they're in trouble.
Wow. Maybe one more. It's funny because like Flood had more like philosophical coverage, and the Martin has like boots on the ground coverage. It's pretty good.
There a world where the fund continues? Because I'm just hearing the numbers, and it's like, up at 45 billion. The actual money into the fund was maybe 5 billion or something. If you sell the positions, right. There's a world where you wind up with like 10 billion in a bank account, and the LPs are like, well, we gave you 5. Keep going, get back in the game.
I hope that's the case for the LPs, who are awesome, for the fund manager, who obviously got quite a lot of whiplash. But at the end of the day, there's this concept on the street, as you guys know, like once there's blood in the water, like these positions would go to zero. Like we'll send Micron to $5, just to eliminate this guy 3, right? Like that's the craziest thing is like that's the nature of Wall Street when this happens, and there's a guy that has to sell 100 billion. You'll have $1 trillion in front of him, just like let's see this guy cry uncle, and it's the saddest kind of most Machiavellian thing. But like he sort of had to blow up. There's no other ending, sadly. Because of the leverage level, it's just like one slight. I remember my old boss was a Tiger portfolio manager. Reminded me of the 2000 era, where there's this very slight change in tone from one optical component supplier, and that's like him and his partner from Soros just decided to go like as short as they could into this, because they knew ultimately these vulnerable hands were sort of sitting there after the easy part of the.
Wow. He sort of had to
bubble was over, you had this like, okay, what's next? Things have to get a lot crazier. You saw Dwarkesh's tweet. Things like that would have to sort of happen for there to be enough second derivative for somebody to be surprised. You know, everyone knows AI is in this boom. Everyone knows chips are in this boom. What could possibly shock you to the upside? Not much. So if you hear any little like, you know, we're not going to spend as much, the whole shit hits the fan, and it's just too heavy. So I actually wonder if we're you know, if we're not in for a longer, more protracted decline. Things feel great today. You know, we have this huge boom, this relief rally. A lot of the froth is out of the system, but you know, what next? You know, I don't know that, you know, a patient and calm market.
This was kind of what happened after 10-10. It's like, okay, we bounce, the leverage is out, but now what? What's our next narrative? I don't know. What is it? I have no idea.
It's emerge because you had the hyperscalers and the big companies. They FOMO too. They FOMO just as hard as Leopold did, right? If not harder. So this isn't just him. It's the whole world collectively saying, "Fuck, I gotta go all in AI." And it's who had the guts, you know, other than one man, Tim Cook, in the back saying, "Not me."
Do nothing,
you know,
win.
No, really, it's Tim Cook.
Shopify. Whether you're just starting your entrepreneurial journey or you're an established brand.
That was fucking electric, Martin Shkreli. Well done, dude. Well done, my friend. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get up really quick. I'll be back in 30 seconds. And when I come back, we're gonna cover market open. We're gonna do some more lore. It's gonna be a fun day, man. Market open in 3 minutes. BRB. Away forever. Oh, stock market opens in 15 seconds. So stock market opens powered by Phantom. Stock market opens powered by Phantom because anything you see during stock market open, any stock, any equity perp, any regular perp, any coin, whatever it is, if you see it on this segment, you can trade it on Phantom. It's 9:30 a.m. and the stock market on Friday is officially let's get it. I'm feeling like we're gonna have a lot of green today. The Kospi, if it was any indication, the SPX opens up 0.5% to 7,475. We're ripping on open. SPX plus 0.55, plus 0.56. The NASDAQ 100, that is up 0.73%, and we are green, 0.76, 0.77. The Dow is up 0.5%. The Russell 2000 Small Cap Index is up 0.08%. The Qs, look at that, up 1.38, 1.39% on the open. The SOX Semiconductor Index, that is up 4.7, 4.75. The SOX sold a triple leverage SOX. That is up 14% on the open. The IGV is red. Mags are up 1.3 and DRAM 5504. That is plus 4.99%. Extremely green. Bitcoin on the open. Big red candle, but who cares? We don't pay attention to Bitcoin price action until at least 10:30. We ignore it. ETH is down 1.87. That's on 2%. 1900. Hyperliquid 55. Pump Fun, my baby, Darren Sharper. Pokemon card spotted on FWA. Stop. Say you swear. Say you swear. Say you swear to me. Stop. 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 And you're lying. You are lying to my face. Is this real? No way they got Pokemon cards in this thing. Wow. Oh, chills. We'll come back to that. If you're watching on YouTube, Twitter, you want to chat, Twitch.tv says threadguy. Pump Fund looks fucking incredible. Silver is 57.4. Solana 73.5. What do you got? What do you got? Oh my God. Oh my God. The Hyperliquid of gotcha. Solo 73.5. Stretch is 90. Not bad. Yields are all very green. The 2 years up 1%. The 10 years up 0.75. And the 30 year is up 0.5. Green as fuck. The VIX is down 2.5. Gold is 4,039. I like the idea of gold here. I'm not going to lie. I like Bitcoin for the same reason I like gold. Completely uncorrelated to the AI trade. It's unproductive. It feels safe. It feels different. Uniswap is having a great couple days as well. I'm still long Uniswap. Zcash 560 and Monero 460. Sorry, and Monero 350. Also Copper. Who's going to be the one? Who's going to be the brave soldier? Who's going to go after it? Who's going to do it, man? Copper. 1 tick, 2 tick, 3 tick, 4, 5, 6, 7. Going on its 8th tick. Flood. We were watching. Amit was playing our podcast, by the way. That shit went fucking viral, dude. You were unbelievable. We should do another one. Amit played like the whole damn podcast of ours. All right, moving on. Crude oil 85.65. It's up to 2.5%, and Brent oil is up 1.393.1. There was this unbelievable quote from Kevin Hassett, who was was it Walter Bloomberg? There was a crazy quote from Kevin Hassett, who was almost the Fed. I don't know if he was almost the Fed chair, but I bet on him on Polymarket at one point and I lost money. Where he says on the oil topic, he basically just said the flood tweet. Here it is. Nope, not this. Not this. Not this. Here it is. We will continue to keep oil price down if needed, he says. I mean, why would you ever long an asset the entire world is incentivized to see trade lower, and the U.S. government is actively telling you they're manipulating it to the downside? I mean, they are telling you openly, we are not going to let this asset go up. It's unbelievable. I want to look at it on Hyperliquid really quick. Let's take a look. Let's take a peek. Hyperliquid asset. Unbelievable. I mean, unbelievable. And you're long oil? Are you fucking stupid? It's like, no, there's been a few good trades on it, but I mean, are you nuts? Are you actually nuts? Long in this thing. Thinking your longs are safe in this is unbelievable. Hassett. We will continue to do whatever necessary to see oil trade lower. I don't even have a war and oil segment on the stream either. That's Brent. Brent's 93 on HL. Defense, we're pretty flat across the board. Palantir's up 1%. Raytheon is down 1. Lockheed got this really weird pump like a week ago, and nothing's happened since. I'm not entirely sure. Like, yeah, maybe end the war. I'm not entirely sure where this they gapped at like 30-40% out of nowhere, and then there's been no follow through. Amit tapped in. Yes, he is. W's in the chat. W's in the chat for Flood and Amit. Maybe it was just headsets just slamming. All right. Big AI, semis, hyperscalers, mags. What we really care about. SK Hynix was up 30% in the Leopold Asher. No, tells she's quitting leverage. What is that headline? Useless ass headline. Amazon. Look at that. Wow. All right. Let's do some Aura victory laps from some former guests of the stream, because Amazon's up 14%. They absolutely demolished earnings. And let's allow some victory laps. let's start here. Contrarian is so sharp. He is. It's got former guest. Contrarian Capital Thread Guy. I fucking love this guy. Yeah. Maybe suspended cap. I can't even find it. Whatever, I'll come back to it. Yeah, look, it's so niche. Yo.
Hey man, how's it going?
If you're interested though, it's suspended cap. It was a long time ago. It's really about trading war, but really sharp guy. But that's not what I'm looking for. Here's what I'll show you what I'm looking for right now. Watch this. From Chris Camillo, leverage. Here it is. Added Amazon on leverage. If I'm wrong, I'll pay for it. Let's give him some clout for this. Let's go 4-hour zoom out. Chris Camillo. Snipe. Absolute snipe. Brother, that was like 264. Former stream guest Chris Camillo. Let's give this guy some clout, honestly. Not that he really needs it, but insane. Throw that on paste, Frank. Anyways, Amazon's up 14%. Bloom Energy, top Leopold stock. We're now 8 minutes into open. Thanks, Lefty. Bloom Energy is up 8%. Marvell up 8%. SK Hynix ADR, it's up 5% since open. SanDisk Leopold stock, that's up 5%. Intel Leopold stock, that's up 6.3%. ARM's up 6%. Shaw's Leopold stock, I sold at Pico. Bottom on Shaw's. $49 up 2.5%. Micron $9.15. That's up 5%. AOSL D Gill stock. Don't hear much about that anymore. It's up 5%. Dell's up 5%. Nokia's up 4%. Redwire Space up 2%. Rocket Lab Space up 2%. Oracle up 2.5%. Firefly's up 1%. ASTS Space up 1%. Meta finally get to bounce from the fucking Hades. It's up 2%. Google is up 3%. Quickly approaching the $80 billion dilution level where Berkshire bought 10 billion of it. Broadcom's up 1%. Cerebras is up 1.5%. Frank D. Gods, we're back. Nvidia's up 2% on news that Kimi new model was trained with Nvidia chips. Tesla's up 1%. ASML's up 1%. Cloudflare, new all-time high. That's up 3%. Microsoft continues. Bill Ackman level is 425, by the way. The Ackman level is 425, where he publicly sold Google to buy. The mid entry is like 380, by the way. Double Bink, 460 on Microsoft, and the most expensive it's been since June, and about to be the most expensive it's been since January. SpaceX down 1%, worst chart of all time. Whoa. What? Apple's on 10%? Why? Apple? How bad were the earnings? What the fuck? It's crazy the way the market moves right now. It's like it was safe. It was like the safety. It was the place to hide a day ago. Okay. So Amazon reported strong earnings, operating income up 43% year to year. Is Amazon. Cool. Apple beat. How does iPhone revenue even grow 21% year over year? How's that even possible? What's good, Twitch? Like, how do you grow iPhone revenue 21% in the big 2.6? Like, who's left to buy an iPhone? I guess just raising prices. Wow. I don't know. There isn't really that much. I'll show you a good tweet though. Follow account. Have you seen that FW added TCG? Oh, of course I did, brother. Of course I did. We'll come back to that in a little bit, though. I'll show you a tweet that I like. This is going to be an interesting timestamp. I like this account a lot. I think it's a good trader. Apple. Here it is. July 25th. I refuse to believe that Apple is going to be the company that leads the next leg of this bull market. The company decided not to push boundaries for years / fails to innovate. While I do respect their decision to remain a speculator of AI and focus on share buybacks, it's what their shareholders want. But I don't think we should take this as a signal. AI traders going through a rough patch, so you're seeing Apple pop, nothing more to it. Let me remind you of recurring phenomena. Momentum / high beta roll, then NASDAQ rolls, then S&P. For Apple typically stays relatively strong through all this and is the last to fall. People get excited, then it rolls over 2. It's usually when Apple is marking down, you need to start rethinking your bearish views. Look at this on the chart, probably. It's probably gross. I'll go like 4 hour. Calm down. And low, you want it to, yeah, bink. Like 3:30. Bink. Binky. My brain is a tweet library. I could just pull tweets all day from everything. Largest company, end of August. Flip back to NVIDIA. Yes, it did. So yeah, Apple's down 10% today. That's a big hit. Let's check back in crypto. Not great on the open, but I don't know. It doesn't matter until at least 10:30. Uni looks great, and Pump Fund looks insane. IMO. Floor falling on coin. I don't know what that means. Floor falling on coin. Talking about FWA. All right, let's keep going. On Coinbase. Jesus. I haven't slept a lot. All right. Consumer, crypto stocks, Neo Clouds, SaaS. HIMS is green. HIMS has a lawsuit going on right now. Yeah, holy trench brain. I'm like, what coin? HIMS lawsuit. The FTC is filing a federal lawsuit against HIMS and HERS about unlawfully sharing sensitive medical data and trapping users in unauthorized subscriptions. Every subscription company in the world should have a lawsuit for trapping us in these. I had a gym subscription one time, Gold's Gym in Richmond, Virginia, that in order to cancel, you had to physically go to the location. But you couldn't go. I moved. I lived in California. I was not going to fly back. I was not going to fly back to Richmond, Virginia to cancel it was $15 a month, Gold's subscription. So I had to write a handwritten letter and pray. And they said they canceled it. It was unbelievable. Enhanced Games up 4. Robinhood up 2.5. Carvana had one of the worst earnings dumps I've seen in a long time. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, my mom did do it. You're here. Thanks, Mom. Thank you. Thank you. Zay's up 1.3. Nebius is up 1. Leopold stock. I'm not sure exactly what that means. But cancel the card associated with the sub. Bro, canceling a credit card is such a pain in the fucking ass. CoreWeave is up 1. Did Nebius is only up 1? I don't know. It's not a great sign. I guess it was up 30 yesterday, but it's not a great sign. Given that that's like the Leopold stock. CoreWeave is up 1. IGV's up 1. Sweetcream's up 1. Biggest losers. Roblox down 26%. Did they just miss earnings? What happened? 26 on Roblox? Yeah. Wow. 3 consecutive quarters of declining users. That's not great. Roblox minus 13.5% after hours. Chat, do you play? When's the last time you played Roblox? Do you play Roblox, yes or no? Wow. Big miss on Roblox. Also, if you're on YouTube, Twitter, and you would like to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. Reddit down 17. It just wicked the emit level. What a trade that was. Full round trip. Dude, the market is like so shaky right now. This is, again, I feel we're going to get a crypto. Yeah, search referrals were choppy and traffic became more volatile late in the quarter. I just don't know anyone who is using Reddit on a daily basis. I get that they have some data to sell, but it's just a bunch of slot bots. They're selling slot bot data to train slot bots. I don't know. To me, Reddit is selling data on slot bots to slot bots is really what it feels like if you're Reddit. Coinbase down 11. I'll get to Cheesecake Factory in a minute. Look at the Coinbase high time frame. Not great. It's on a pretty key level. It's on a level here. It's bounced off of 4 times since 2024. It's like 140 level. Unity maybe getting dumped with Roblox. Jersey Mike's IPO. MSTR 92. Circle down 5. AMC down 2. Ferrari down 1. Nike down 1. SoFi down 1.5. Pretty ugly day. It feels like the SPY should be red. SPY red? Yeah, it's almost plus 1.5%. It opened plus 0.7. Jersey Mike's, is that live? It is. Jersey Mike subs. Chat. Yes or no? Have you gone to Jersey Mike's in the last year? There's a Jersey Mike's on the vacation that I'm going to, and I have to drive, and I always usually stop there. It's so gas. But it's like, I don't know, private equity. I guess it is owned by private equity. It's owned by the bankers. It's public stock. What even is that? Jersey Mike's? Really? I'll have it Mike's way? You don't know Jersey Mike? I mean, this is a classic. Jersey Mike's is a classic. Come on, bro. What are we talking about, brother? Jersey Mike's is a classic. It's pretty mid, but it's a classic. I get that shit Mike's way, though. I let Mike do whatever the fuck he wants to it. Where's crypto? I'm curious about crypto. 60 week. Cucking the pump fund breakout as well. Cucking it bad. Uni as well. Cuck. Not great. Amazon's a fuck, man. Look at that. We're now 18 minutes into open. It's relatively uneventful. I guess a monthly close we're getting. Relatively uneventful. And the market to me is screaming weak. SPY's about to go red. Not great. Soxel, full retrace. Yeah, you could just feel it reading the names. It's up 15%. It's now up 3. DRAM has gone red, 52. This is a brutal spot. I'm not going to lie. It feels like 1010. Because 1010 happens. You get this math. Tell me if I'm wrong about this. Guys, crypto guys who are there for 1010, tell me what you think about this thought process. It's like, okay, macro AI, here's the comparables. Macro AI is weak because you get commodity token race to 0, Kimi K3's frontier model. You get China CXMT memory scares, so you're scared about the DRAM margins with Micron, SanDisk, all of this. And you have inflation rampant, deep uncertainty on hikes. So market is weak, okay? And then you get this moment where Leopold gets carried out on a stretcher. Everything gets destroyed. He's now fully out. Strong hands have bought the weak hands assets, and then we run it back. We rip it. Okay, everything. Nebby is 30%. It's kind of euphoric, but it feels a little grim. Everything rips, and then there's this moment of like today, where you're like, okay, now what? We still have hikes on the horizon. We still have China memory. We still have tokens getting commoditized to 0. We still have Fortune 500 companies that have built nothing productive with AI. We still have Anthropic and OpenAI IPO on the horizon. We still have 4 years of perfection priced in. We still have SpaceX at $111. Like you still, now what? What now? What's our next catalyst? And you kind of look around like, oh, I don't know exactly. Okay. And then you think about 1010 and crypto's at all-time highs, Bitcoin's at all-time highs, but everything else is in a really bad spot. You get this massive deleveraging. Everything just rips down for sellers minus 50% on every altcoin, some more. And then strong hands by the weak hands, and then we rip it back. Everything pumps 20, 30%. Good morning, brother. Everything pumps 20, 30%. Crazy bounces across the board. And then the next day, you sit here and you're like, okay, now what? The DATs are extraordinarily over-leveraged. ETF outflows are everywhere. Nobody's buying. All these altcoins suck. Meme coin volumes are down. Solana volumes are down. There's no new retail to come in. Trump already launched. Melania extracted. Scam after scam after scam. None of the attention's on crypto. Like, what now? And everyone like sits there and they pause for a second. And then they're like, yeah, let's sell. And then you just drill. And so it kind of feels similar from the perspective of what now? I don't know. What now? And again, I'm not the most sophisticated stock trader in the world. I didn't make millions of dollars on the way up. So I'm not necessarily the voice of reason, but I am saying that there's a little bit of an eerie feeling in the air. We'll get to the cold card news, by the way. It's a little bit like an eerie feeling in the air of now what? Now what? Now what? Now what? And you see memory go red. It's not great. 52. Mags are strong though, being led by Amazon really. IGV strong. Stocks up 6. We'll take one more check in. If there's any crazy moves. Google strong. Meta's green finally, but it got, it was destroyed yesterday. It was like down so much. Of course it's green. Bitcoin's weak. Bitcoin put in a weird candle the other day. TG got fucking ball game with these accounts, not gonna lie, bro. That's my shit. Wait, what are you referring to? Twitter Savant? What account? I think Twitter's what I'm the best at. Yeah, like you'd like to see this was a weird candle, like right here. I don't really know what this was. This right here. I thought we were running it back. I thought we were going for new highs right then. It didn't really want to do it. But at the very least, like this thing looks great. Pump Fun HTF high time frame, I think looks great. All right, you already know what I want to know. Before we get off of market open, what are you long? What are you short? What do you like? What do you hate? What are you looking to buy? What are you looking to sell? What is interesting? What sucks? Give me names. Give me tickers. Long Hyperliquid. Nice. GME on Robinhood. Wintermute candle. Ugh. Fucking Wintermute, man. Just blame them for everything. Long Pump. Interesting. Long Apple from the bottom. Binance coins. Full cash. GME. Which GME? GME on Robinhood. GME on the NASDAQ. Or the New York Stock Exchange. GME on Sol. GME on Base. Which GME? RoboStrategy. This fucking guy. I like this guy now, RoboStrategy. I hope you're right. This fucking guy. Long Lighter on Robinhood. Okay, wasn't sure. Slammed a massive short at 450 uni. Why, dude? I'm long. What the fuck is that? Mars coin. Nice. Long V4 coins. Leaps on MSTR. Ugh. God. Long Amazon. Long cash. Stacking good boy points. That's some kind of kink. Flood update. It's deleted. What is it? Flood. What is it? Dun, 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 dun. Long thread. Ugh, I can't even say that out loud. Long circle, short MSTR. God, Chris Camillo is so good. There's over 60 XPE. Two crypto influencers are pumping a useless governance coin. Uniswap is 60 XPE. You know what pump would be if it was 60 XPE? It'd be like a 30x from here. You understand that? It'd be 30x from here. What else? Uniswap, good boy points, tendies. Interesting. Okay, let's take one more look at what you're in, and then I'm gonna watch some more Leopold coverage. Flood is fucking over. Yeah, I'm pretty bearish. I'm just not like a short seller though. I'm pretty bearish. Stock market, but I think what's gonna happen is that a lot of this speculative capital is gonna come. I think it's gonna come to Bitcoin and gold. I really do. If I understand the way that these like rotations work, I think there's a reasonable chance. Because here's the thing about like think about this, okay? Even if the bottom is in on AI stocks, like okay, like let's like think about this logically after what just happened. Even if the bottom is in on SK Hynix isn't a good one. Let's do SanDisk. No, like okay. Even if this is the bottom right here, like this is it. It isn't gonna do one of these like it can't do this. It can't just like do this in a straight line. So it's gotta like do one of these, you know? Like it's gotta like really like do one of these V's. And I just drew that to December 26, which even that is like kind of light. It's gotta do one of these like it can't just V. I don't know. At least from what I've experienced multiple cycles in crypto, it isn't really just V. And I think that this Skrelly clip was actually What was a Skrelly clip that I liked where he talks about how like he basically talks about how the entire world was long and the greatest news ever. Flood talked about this as well. Like, who was left to get long? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was no, what is the like good news that's gonna come out and like send this thing to the stratosphere? You and Skrelly cool again? I don't think so.
It's this very slight change in tone from one optical component supplier, and
I
that's
don't
like
think
him
this
and
is the clip.
his partner from Soros just decided to case for the LPs who are awesome, for the fund manager.
I don't know which clip it was, but yeah, it feels like you're unblocked though. What happened to you all too? I made a bad joke. Me and Skrelly were boys for a little bit. I made a couple bad jokes. He wasn't the biggest fan. I'll make up for it at some point. Yeah. I made a couple bad jokes. It's on a recorded Twitter Spaces somewhere. It was like a pretty bad joke, I'm not gonna lie. It was a rough joke. I can't lie. He's a great stream guest though. I'd love to get him on, so I'll get him on at some point. But yeah, I don't know. I just like, I can't repeat it. I get banned on Twitch, but Twitter let me say it. Yeah, like I just even yesterday I said this to Mando. I'm kind of like, fuck. You think Nebius is up 30%? Like, how are we gonna get this money into crypto if Nebius is up 30%? But I don't know. I think we probably see like a little bit of a volatility suppression on some of this stuff. Maybe not. Maybe I have no idea. But just my feeling on the market from like what we've been covering over the last 6 months is it feels like we could get some action back. Thoughts on on-chain right now? I think on-chain right now is the most exciting it's been in a long time. Is my thoughts. Like I think it's the most exciting it's been in a long time. All right. Pretty good market open coverage. There's not that much going on. All things is the pump. Disgusting. Spy's about to go red. Soxel is up 5, but not by much. And DRAM is red. Ugly. Ugly, 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 ugly. Don't be bullish crypto until Sailor has his Leopold comparable moment. The problem is Sailor's moment, it could take a long time, bro. I mean, it could take years before we had a spot there. It could take years. Realistically. It could take years. For Sailor, and so I wouldn't hold your breath. I wouldn't hold your breath. I would be more intrigued by how the market reacts at every like tranche of sells, is what I think. He's gonna have to sell more. I think that this is true. He's gonna have to sell more, but it's gonna be boring and long, I think.
That's the short summary of my post or my view on the project.
Yeah. 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 That make this. I should put that on the soundboard and just rip it in the middle of an interview. 12 seconds. 12 seconds.
That's the short summary of my post or my view on the project.
Fuck, man. Fuck. Fuck, dude. Fuck, man. Fuck. Wasn't a great one. Fuck. All right. There's a couple things I want to watch. Let's watch this Ken Griffin video, bro, please. So I'm getting Ken Griffin aura TikToks everywhere right now, first of all. Maybe like a positive outcome from this.
Huh? Monitor and maintain your exposures such that that loss is a tolerable loss.
Neo.
It may be an extreme loss.
What? Neo trade?
Test.
Huh? the fuck is Neo Trade? Look, 31 followers, really? No mutuals. I do want to. This is video though has been the most posted Ken Griffin video I've seen in a long time. Or for this whole process, I'm desperate to watch. I saved it. I wanted to give you a raw reaction pause on stream. I didn't watch it yet. Saved it for you guys. Let's watch it.
On a Sunday morning in the summer of 2007, one of my partners received a call from one of the two heads of Soad Asset Management, a competitor of ours based in Boston. Soad had a very large and complex book of credit-related instruments. And as the credit crisis started to unfold, they found their portfolio did not behave as expected. They had lost hundreds of millions of dollars in the blink of an eye. And they needed to liquidate almost all their portfolio before the open of business on Monday.
Oh my God.
To meet margin call.
Dude, this before open is insane stuff.
We assembled a 50-person team as fast as we could. We flew 8 people to Boston to facilitate due diligence and information sharing. To acquire some or all of their $30 billion portfolio overnight was going to be a Herculean task. Now, Soad brought in another large bank to provide a competing solution, or potentially to partner with us. We worked feverishly through the day and into the night, and I still remember that night, the senior point person on the deal from the other bank calling me for what I'm sure was his beautiful house in Greenwich. And it was certainly a beautiful house in Greenwich. And he said, look, it's getting late. This isn't going to get done tonight. I'm heading off to bed. I'm telling my guys to go home, and we'll pick this up in the morning. And I said, there will be nothing to pick up in the morning. We're going to get this done. He sort of laughed and hung up. 6 a.m. before the opening of the markets, we bought that entire portfolio. We bought the entire portfolio. Solved Soad's crisis, which brings me to a quote that describes the ethos of Citadel.
Fuck.
Things may come to those who wait, but only those things left by those who hustle. Now, here's what I really love.
Oh my God. I have like full body.
Things may come to those who wait, but only those things left by those who hustle. Now, here's what I really love about this quote. Who said this? It was one of our country's greatest leaders.
Trump.
It was President Abraham Lincoln, who, like us, calls Illinois home.
Wow. And Bitcoin 62. Ugh. That was insane. Imagine it was Trump. Wow. Ken fucking Griffin, dude. Did you really say Trump was trolling, bro? Click this account. It's just Ken Griffin memes. This is the guy who made the Ken Griffin post. Oh, all he does is post kimchi, bro.
You got this pretty meme coin. I'm not buying that shit.
You wanna fuck?
I don't know. I'm not buying that shit.
Is TG Mama seeing this? Of course, bro. She knows about kimchi. I've met kimchi hella times, by the way. I used to kick it with kimchi. In LA, I kicked it with him a decent amount. Like a decent amount in LA. Me and the Big Chi were kicking it. You tight with Kim? It's a good one. All right, let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about Looked into Bluecrest Capital Management. No, I haven't. Let's see. Bluecrest Capital Management. No. I've not. Cool, let's save it. Flood tweet, oh boy. Ken Griffin's market selling on Jupiter with 2% slippage. That's what it feels like. Yeah. Oh. Damn, look at Bitcoin, bro. Oh. Keep hustling, Abraham Lincoln. It's one of my favorite Lincoln quotes. Wow. Spy red. Yeah, I was saying this at open. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I wish I shorted, but it feels really uncomfortable is what I'll say. 3 for 3. I know. I just like it's crazy. I feel so in tune with the market, but I'm not like, wow, 3.5%. The retest Mando spoke of yesterday. Yeah, but I don't know if it's a snap buy, bro. Soxel, look at this. Oh, Q's red. NASDAQ. Oh. Wow. Is anything green? What's green? Amazon is green as fuck. That's basically it. I wish Bitcoin could get a bid here, but that doesn't seem like it's in the cards at the moment. Oil's green, is it? Basically nothing. Cash Nation, yeah, man, it's cash fucking. FWA is green. Ugh, Lord. I got a feeling next week you need mobile streaming possibly. If I have to do an emergency, I'll do a pit. I'll do like a pit live call. I mean, only explanation is Ken Griffin is just jamming, right? I mean, I don't know what else is there to even say. Pump holding the line. Be careful with that shit, dude. Holding what line? Would you ever put your streams on Spotify? I think they're on there. Yeah, there was a Bitcoin hack. I don't even know what this company is, bro. Wow. 1,200 addresses drained for a million Bitcoin or 1,000 Bitcoin. $70 million. That is absolutely disgusting. What was it? How did it air gap wallets 25 minutes. The wallets never touched the internet. A firmware bug from 2021 made the MK3 skip its randomness chip when creating seeds. So your random 24 words are basically generated from the device clock and how fast you press buttons. Oh my god. One developer literally predicted his own seed phrase by counting his button presses during setup. Think about that. Life savings protected by button timing. The attacker figured this out, pre-computed the keys, and sat on them for 5 years. Waiting for the wallets to fill it up. Then took everything in one shot. Holy fuck. Wow. Does anyone, I don't even know what this. I've never heard of this thing in my life. I've never heard of the company before. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a centralized exchange maxi. I just am. I'm a centralized exchange maxi. I know FTX blew up and you're not supposed to say that anymore, but like, I'm a sex maxi, bro. It's like, if they take down Coinbase, it's all over anyways, is the way I've always thought about it. Like, if they fucking take Coinbase down, like, it's just over. There's no... FTX is one thing, but if they get Coinbase, it's over. Like, there's no It's kind of like longing on news of a nuke. It's like China's going to nuke the US. Okay, I'm bidding. They either do or they don't. And if they do, it doesn't matter. In a lot of ways, this is how I think about it. Maybe it's a bad mindset. I would never, ever put coins on like a tier 3 exchange. Maxi, shit like this. No way. I wouldn't put $1 KuCoin on these platforms. But what's tier 1? Like Sex? It's probably like Coinbase, Kraken, Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, Binance. I don't put it anywhere else. Gemini. You know, it's just like, why? Like, there's no like real need to like divert from. There's no you don't need like, you don't need to use anything else. It isn't like it's one of these things where it's like, why would you gamble with it? You know, like for what? There's no, you don't have to. It isn't like there's like a competitive advantage at all. Right? It's like, it just is or it isn't. There's no need to like, it's like my brokerage is Robinhood. There's no need to really use anything else. I trade perps on Hyperliquid. Or trade perps with Lighter. Like, fine, cool. Why would you trade perps with like Avantis? Like, why were you trading perps on Drift? With all due respect, unless there's some like major farm, why were you on Drift? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why were you on Phoenix? Like, I get it. You want to try new novel things. And sometimes there's farms, there's DeFi, there's token opportunity. Makes total sense. But like, why is your primary trading venue Avantis? What's the point of building in crypto? No, there's total things. But like, what's the point of building crypto? It's like, well, it's not to like copy paste Hyperliquid. If you're gonna do something new, if it's a new product, cool. When Jez launches Paste Trade, hell yeah, I'm gonna try it. Hell yeah. New novel thing. Absolutely. But like, why would you try the copy paste perp dex, but it's on base? It's like, bro. Oh, Paste Trade. Paper trade. Yeah. Why would you try the copy paste version of on base? It's like, who cares? On Solana, who cares? But the new thing, absolutely. I'm throwing money into the gotcha. The new stuff, absolutely. But I think for like storing money, it's you got to be fucking religious with this shit. I think you got to be religious with it because there's no reason. There's like no reasons to like. It's the same reason you wouldn't like take a risk with your bank account. Like, I'm gonna try the new indie bank because they offer like 1% instead of 0.75. It's like, Phantom Wall is the future of all this. Phantom is the best.
Familiar with the Citadel's performance for this month, which is surprisingly up. So I think they're probably one of the only hedge funds in the world that's up this month. Yeah. It's up.
So they were actually
very small.
They were actually hedged, is what you're saying.
Yes, they have a diverse platform of different businesses. A guy trading weather, a guy trading rates, a guy trading stocks. You know, about 1,000 guys trading stocks, and they have a computer fund. Called Citadel Securities that is a market maker that trades a good chunk of the volume of every instrument in the world. And ultimately, I think that the prime brokers, the Goldmans and Bank of Americas, they do so much business with Citadel, and they've done this before where they know who to go to, just the same way the U.S. government went to Warren Buffett when they wanted to shore up Goldman. Yeah. They know that the right person to call is Ken, and he is really going out of his way to make himself the guy to call.
He's doing
this. I think that is a great brand because you may not need to be that guy more than once every decade. But look, once a decade to make a free $5 billion or $10 billion is a great guy to be. And, you know, it's sort of like he becomes a dependable, trusted partner to these banks.
Also on, like the Coinbase doesn't have that many features comment. It's like you want the thing that works, you know? I don't like to get creative with my trading platforms. I don't like to get like experimental with the things that I trade size on. It's like I want to just be in and out and be safe. That's what you want. You want to be safe more than anything. I'm not like a huge like let me try a new order type on Hyperliquid. Like, yeah, chase orders, it's fine, but like let me just buy. You know? I don't like getting created apes and FWA.fun. Yeah, I let me just buy. Let me just like make sure that I can buy. Is generally where I am at. Okay, let's read this. I have a theory as to what blew up Leopold. Gather around. 1. We continued positions on March 30th. We cover this via 13F disclosures. That was the day the market bottomed. On that day, he has massively semi-hedges and is wrong way positioned. Dude, what is this? He had puts on NVIDIA, AMD, Oracle, Broadcom, and AMD. They are of significant size. This is not, yeah, this is bad. No, it's not what happened. It's the notional value. It's not true. Complete slop. How about this one? July 20th. I can't imagine something you would do when all is well, and it's a pretty diabolical move if things aren't going well. Wait, what? Wait. What am I looking at? Fluidstock, the biggest company, the company building gigawatt scale AI infra for the world's leading labs, closed at 830 million Series A at 7.5. It was read by Leopold Aschenbrenner. Series A at 7.5 billion, led by Leopold Aschenbrenner. Paid partnership. What is this company though? Fluidstock, 830 million raise, led by Leopold Aschenbrenner. Paid partnership. Tiffany Fong, paid partnership. Leopold owns shares in it. That's a little bit bizarre. So was this bizarre marketing blitz by Fluidstack, advertising the round led by situational awareness 6 months after it closed, an attempt to drum up interest so that situational awareness could offload shares via secondary? Whoa. That is a little bit bizarre, if I may add. LMAO ETH. Yeah, not great. It's pretty strong. Pump is so strong. The whole market is crime. Yeah, it is. This is why, like, I had this really dumb thesis that I'll try to re-explain to you. It's a really dumb thesis, but it's kind of fun. And it was like, hear me on like a really dumb thesis. Why, theoretically, why there could be a rotation to gold and BTC. Hear me out. A really dumb thesis, okay? You get the AI boom. You basically get the most powerful people in the world building as much hype as humanly possible to pump AI stocks as this revolutionary change in the world technology. In the midst of it, at the height, at the craziness, when PE ratios get the farthest and multiples get the most expanded and things get the most ridiculous, you sort of have this moment of realization that no one's built anything. Like nothing. Is all of this just a scam? And people start to think to themselves like, wait. Instead of buying the scam, instead of buying the like unproductive asset marketed as productive, the scam advertised as revolutionary, what if we just buy the direct scam or the direct like speculative asset? What if we just speculate on the speculative instead of speculating on like changing the world? Because it's obviously not happening. Fuck it. Let's just slam Bitcoin gold. Because you got this interesting, people forget this. 2024, when the meme coin super cycle happened in crypto, there was this like moment where every valuable token in crypto was some VC infra altcoin. And everyone's like, you know, Ondo's going to change the world, or like Sui's going to change the world, or like Say is going to change the world. It's like altcoin after altcoin after altcoin after altcoin at billions and billions and billions of dollars. TIA, Celestia, airdrop. It's, you know, computal orbital spatial computing bandwidth. And you're like, what the fuck does that even mean? 10 million TPS for 5,000 users. What? And these VCs are like running this playbook. Invest in every L1, low float, high FTV, dump token to day one, print, hit the next one, hit the next one, hit the next one. And retail's getting destroyed. And finally, they're like, fuck this. Why are we buying a scam wrapped as revolutionary? Let's just buy a scam. And then they start running Pepe, and then they run Bonk, and then they run Whiff, and then we get like Pump Fun. And it just like proliferates into this blow off where everyone starts losing money on meme coins, and so much money is lost on meme coins after this giant wealth effect. And people are like, fuck, why are we buying scams? Let's buy real stuff. And they start buying VC altcoins. They start buying AI stocks. And they buy NVIDIA, and we buy Micron, and we buy SanDisk, and we run this like mania. And then it's like, why are we buying scams dressed up as revolutionary? Let's just buy scams. And then you go back. And then you go back. And then eventually you do enough of these cycles, and you have like, your baseline is higher. We have changed the world in some, you know, overstate what could be done in 5 years, understate what could be done in 10 years. Then your baseline is way higher. And like, yeah, maybe AGI does like kill everybody and change the world. But I think it kind of has to go in this like cycle until you finally get your baseline gets high enough. Because the worst kept secret in tech right now is that no one's built anything of people have built stuff, but there's been no like revenue explosion because of AI slop code. There just hasn't been. And I'm an AI bull. I'm a huge believer in AI. So I don't know. Is that the worst thesis I've ever shared? It might have been. It very well could be the worst thing I've ever shared, but I'm not convinced that it is. You fuck with it? Yeah, so on that note, here's a Bitcoin chart. There's a Bitcoin chart on that note. Yeah. Yep. The only thing that looks good is this. Pump Fun. Also, on the Pump Fun note, look at this. Pump.fun. Yesterday, 700K, 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 700K buybacks. Just disgusting. The money they're pulling in. Okay. I also, as you know, am pretty excited about on-chain right now. We had a guy from Uniswap come on. And timing on everything IMO, and you've been good so far. Wait, timing on everything IMO, and you've been good so far. Am I wrong? I don't know what that means exactly. Has he ever had Chris Camillo on? Yeah, it's my pinned tweet, dude. Come on, man. Here. Yeah, hedge funds are trading like they're in a fucking FNF group, basically. Here, look, I'll find it for you. You was on bullshit. No, I was acting with you when you're on bullshit. What sort of on-chain coin do you think will run? I like this DeFi. This has 20K views. This is maybe the best stream we've ever done. I like this idea of a DeFi resurgence. Your timing and everything. Yeah. I like this idea of a DeFi resurgence. I think the Uniswap thing is interesting. Here's a video, by the way. Complete switch up, by the way. Sorry, but we're going to switch up. Talk about crypto on chain. Lefty, our friend of the stream, posted a video explaining V4 hooks, which I still don't get. Let's see if this helps.
What are V4 hooks? So V4 hooks, if you're on crypto Twitter, they're like the hot new thing. But I think a lot of people still don't really understand what they are. I don't think that I'm an expert by any means, but I'm going to take a shot at it. So if you look at a standard liquidity pool, you can think about it like a block of code that tells a transaction what to do. With V2 pools or V3 pools on Uniswap or like Radium and PumpSwap, basically your options are buy and sell. If there's a tax, that tax is being read from the token contract itself. It has nothing to do with like the actual liquidity pool itself. And what a V4 hook is it's a secondary smart contract that contains instructions for the liquidity pool on what to do with this specific token, which is how, say, a Uniswap V2 pool or a V3 pool is different from a Uniswap V4 pool. That V4 pool knows to check, okay, there's another thing that has to happen with this token during the swap, essentially. So a good example of this, FWA's used to buy mechanism, fully enabled by V4 hooks. Since external buys, they aren't possible through just buying into a regular LP. You have to acquire the FWA token by actually using the Gacha mechanism, at least during the emissions period. This is fully enabled by V4 hooks. It's a custom contract that is telling the V4 LP, hey, at least for this time period, this is what you have to do with these swaps. And Unipeg also has a custom V4 hook mechanism that is really cool because you're essentially minting isn't the right word, but rendering. You're essentially rendering an NFT fully on chain during a swap transaction. This is not possible in this way without V4 hooks. So why does this matter? A tax token is like the most straightforward example because previously, say a token has a 5/5 buy sell tax, that would have to be baked in at the contract level. What V4 hooks enable is maybe it's a variable tax or a conditional tax where you're only taxed, X% if price is this price or that price or whatever, or maybe it's reliant on some sort of an external thing. Basically, it just allows these devs to customize their tokens in an
I don't fucking know. Probably won't run much. People understand it. I don't think people have to understand it. They just have to like do something cool with it. They have to just do something cool with it, I think. I don't fucking understand it though. Programmable liquidity is what we're gonna say. We're gonna say programmable liquidity is what we're gonna say. I saw this as well. Tesla executives prepare for China business separation ahead of a potential SpaceX merger. Tesla advisors discuss separation options, including a spin-off, sale, or factory closure. SpaceX potential Tesla merger aims to address conflicts from defense contractor status. This one is obviously going to happen. SpaceX Tesla merger. Elon, there's no scenario in which this does not happen. I know he said it's not true, but get Tesla as cheap as possible. Send that shit down 50% if you must, because they need the merger to happen. It's the only way. That feels like it's definitely going to happen, and I'm going to be stepping out of the way entirely and not trading it. I kind of agree with the take, Lefty. AI meta flashbacks, everyone's saying it's too complicated, none of it will run. It doesn't. I don't think people actually have to understand it. I think it just has to do something that they like. You don't have to like get how it works. Wow, 20% by December 31st. SpaceX Tesla merger. Wow. $7% by September 30th. I don't know. I'm out of the way. This is not something I have any idea how to trade. 20% seems like a decent bid. I agree. Especially if the market gets cooked. If the market gets cooked, I feel like it's easier to get this done. It feels like it's definitely easier to get this done if the market gets cooked. Okay, but anyways, on the not collector crypt, Jesus. On the FWA, Rhinontic, my guy. They have seemingly launched. Let's hear this take on FWA. They seemingly launched Pokemon cards on it, but there's no comms about it. He didn't announce it. I like this guy, Ceteris, by the way. He's good. Oh. Wait, why doesn't it work? Huh? Wait. Let's see. Huh. Damn, we like. Damn, what happened? My audio. No, it's not him. I can hear it. It's my browser. No, it's not muted. I have no idea actually what just happened. Yeah, I don't know. Damn, we're cooked. I don't know, Luke. Settings got like got janked. I don't know. Whatever. Video wasn't that good anyways. No, I don't know. It's fine. You could just leave it. You could just leave it. Honestly, we'll just we'll stream without it. But they just announced Pokemon cards in the FWA situation. And or I'm seeing it at least. Let's see. Let me see. It's gonna swallow the rest. I should swallow everything. FWA appears to have quietly added collector crypt Pokemon cards. That feels like it's a big deal, bro. Hyperliquid of Gotcha. I do have 50 tabs open. The problem is FWA is some like furry thing, and so when I search it, I get some weird stuff. Among 20% of cards holders, 75% have never spent a single dollar on the Gotcha. 100% of FWA holders have used the product. That's interesting. It's actually a 6 stat. I like this like use to buy thing. A lot of stuff happening at FWA. I was all interested that Pokemon cards were shipped today with the help of Emblem Vault. Wow. Let's see. Where's it? What is that? It fucking looks good. Let's actually try the thing. I haven't been on this website in a while. Is there Pokemon cards or not? Spin it. I don't have a wallet. This is my stream computer, so there's nothing on my stream computer that I don't have a wallet on here. Just because like get the fucking mutant name should be banned from this thing. Oh, recently listed. What computer are you running? Luke? Where's recently listed? I don't even see that. Top right. Oh. I don't see any Pokemon anywhere. Deposits. Oh, here we go. Ah, wow. Wow, that's actually fucking sick. Wow, they actually did it. They shipped it. I feel like that's a difficult thing to launch. I wish I could do an endless scroll on this. It only let me scroll. You don't let me scroll much. What is this? Wow. Yeah, what does happen to cards? Probably total death, right? With all due respect. Not that I want that to happen. Maybe they share revenue. I don't know. Wow. That actually is a sick launch. I guess the thing I'm the most conflicted on is like, you know what's so funny? Somebody could fucking buy the token. Like, look at this. Let's go like $2,000 buys. There probably has been like none. There's been like one in the last day. It's insane. There's been two $2,000 buys in the last day on a token with $1 million of volume. Think about that. Yeah, it is. I'm hating. It is tough to compete with cards inventory. I think cards would do well. You know, if I had a problem at FWA, my biggest problem with it is I'm not into the gacha stuff. Like I don't really like gotcha. I don't like to I can't really like tell someone in good faith to use it in like as a concept. Like I'm not a gotcha like fan. And so it's a little bit like, fuck, am I like who's the power user of this product? But it's the hooks, man, the V4 hooks. The hooks, brother. We're doing V4 like uni. We're doing my God. Situational awareness likely made billions right away. Another win for the little guys is funny. Target demographic is 19 to 21 years old. That's a small demo, brother. Wow, that's a sick update they shipped that nobody can fucking buy. Yeah, third private is nuts. He should just be a VC after when this is all said and done. Pump strength against majors here is pretty notable. Nice. Moondat. Moondat. Ansem. Moon my shit. I love an Ansem shield with my coins. It is. It is notable. Look at the high time frame pump. If we don't get shoulder cucked here, this thing is gonna trade like this. One. Give me that. Just like that. Just like that. Guys. I don't know what to do. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone for a week, man. I'm going for a week, dude. Are you planning any big trades? I have a pretty big trade on right now. Pump Fun. Like it's pretty. I have a pretty massive trade on an FWA too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Like I do. But Pump Fun, I have like a low-key a monster on Pump Fun. So I do have some big trades. I sort of want to like not have trades. How many X's do you have on FWA? None. I bid 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 20, 25, 30, 32, 30, 28, 26, 25, 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 14, 16, 18. So I have no idea what my entry is, but it's like not great. It's not like optimal spot. Do they have perps? I would buy on a perps if I could. I would buy perps if I could. I'd buy it on perps if I could, yeah. Leverage is awesome. Everyone should use more leverage. Everyone should be using more leverage at all times. If you make $1, why not make 3? If you make $10, why not make 20? It's like nah. It's like nah. Like Leopold. Yeah. Yeah, guys, I'm gone. I'm leaving. I'm leaving you. What's the lowest leverage you use? My pump engine has 2x leverage. I can explain to you my rationale if you would like. I only have 2x leverage on pump. What's the lowest you'd use? 10x. I have 2x leverage on pump because it kind of depends. Like, okay, Uniswap, like, let me show you. So, like, Uniswap is getting all this, like, hype about V3 hooks and shit. And so, I'm looking, this is the 3-day chart. So, this candle here is January 26th. So, I'm like, okay, this is a lit breakout. I want to bid this. But I just want to bid the breakout. And so I threw that on 4x. It's a little actually high. I don't really like to go above 3. But I threw that on 4x because I'm bidding a breakout. I don't know. This is like a week trade. It could maybe get extended into like a 2-week trade. But I'm sort of just bidding this like hype. Crypto looked good. We'll see how it ages. It looked good. It's still green, but I don't think it's great. But that's like a higher leverage, shorter time for me. Versus like pump. You trade 4x? No, 4x leverage, like 4x, like 4 space x. Versus pump, wow, this is the 3-day chart, Tulip King. Look at that. Oh my lord. Oh my god. Wow, what does the weekly look like? Oh my lord. Versus pump, I'm like prepared to chop and sit in this thing for like a while. My entry is I'll show you my entry. My entry is like 16, it's like 1700 or something. My entry is like right there. And I'm down, kind of prepared to sit in it for a while because it was more of a like cycle thesis of the right tail for meme coins not going anywhere is the most underpriced thing in the world. And because of that, I'm down to sit in this thing for a while, and I'm prepared to size. Like I'm ready to get to half my perps book probably. And so I wanted a little bit more size on the entry without risking a ton of margin, but I wanted to sit in it. 2x, I feel like I can sit for a lot longer. 3x, it starts to get like gross. It's like, ugh, the number it goes against you is like, I'm trying to do math on like, how much do I want to make? But how much money am I comfortable stomaching on the way down? Like how much money am I comfortable like seeing red on this position? And so I kind of have a number, and then I just like work backwards and size it accordingly. This is a leak in my game. Not a leak in my game, but like an area that could use a lot of work of sizing correctly. Like how to size, when to size. So I'm not like, I'm not great at leverage math. I'm just going to be honest. But leaky game, yeah. But I do trade leverage. Leverage is fun. Leverage is awesome. Also, they might just rip this thing. This would be my most, I'll be pretty excited to see this over vacation. They just rip this coin. The problem is nobody can fucking buy it. Oh my god. You can only sell. How about that? What if I give you a coin you could only sell and it still went up? Then what? What would you do? What would you do then? Kelly Criterion. I don't really understand. What does Kelly Criterion says like no one's taking enough risk, right? Let's ask. Explain how Kelly Criterion works like as simply as humanly possible. $92K short position. So it's basically the more edge, the more you bet. That's helpful. So everyone's taking too much risk. I probably am taking too much risk. I mean, I'll throw 25% of my portfolio into a fucking trade if I feel like I'm right. I definitely do take too much risk, by the way. Well, it's only risky if you're fucking wrong and a pussy. But everything's risky if you're a fucking pussy, yeah. God, Ansem has $115 million in this wallet. It's so gross. By the way, guys, I bought an NFT yesterday. Like not an FWA. Like I bought like an auction at art piece. I auctioned NFT yesterday. Do you want to see? It's pretty cool. I'm gonna put it above my room. What's the guy's name? Slander? What's his name? Yeah, Slander. See? Jack Butcher's its new like art auction house website. It's pretty sick. I love Jack Butcher, and so I was paying attention. Then I saw this, and I was like, "Oh, I want to own this." Don't screenshot it though, please. Dun, 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 dun. Down, 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 down. How sick is this? No one knows. How sick is this? What about my bed? Isn't this so tough? I'm gonna get it printed out like fucking huge. It's like charts on the screen. You could probably see it better like up close, but it's a bunch of like charts on some old like Macs, and I think it's some other Macs. Don't screenshot it, bro. Pretty sick. Wow, this chart is nuts. It's getting sendy. Let's get sendy. Let's get sendy. Let's get sendy. Oh wait, they can't hear my audio, bro. Nobody can hear, bro. Let's get sendy. Let's get sendy. Let's get sendy. Nobody can hear it. Fuck. It is OBS. Look at this fucking chart, man. Sorry. I'm gonna be going for a while. I'm trying to get it all out while I can. Maybe $1.5 million yesterday. You can hear my keyboard? Oh, come on. Fuck me. Fuck. I knew that shit looked familiar, bro. Like, felt like uncanny familiar, like Backrooms. Nope, just a fucking SZA album. Fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck you, DNAP. How about that? Fuck you. Guys, I'm leaving. I gotta go. I'm gonna be gone for a week. Okay? I'm gonna be gone for a week. A whole week. When I come back, dude, Bushwick art girls are gonna love that shit. Yeah, they are. Yes, they fucking are. Are you gonna be here when I'm back? Like, are you still gonna rock with me? I hope, man. I'll see you when I see you. It's only a week, man. What week do you mean next Friday? No, next Monday. Next Monday. Yeah, next Monday. Like a whole week. Did you let the New York Stock Exchange know? Not yet. I'm gonna ring the bell and tell them fucking deuces. Doses and mimosas. Dude, if fucking Adam does not put away to buy this coin, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Yeah, I'll be back next Monday. So like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, back Monday. Yeah. It's a while, man. It's a while. But it's needed. It's needed. It's super needed. I think it's a decent time too. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I think you're gonna have a rough, pretty boring week in the markets. Crypto could bail you out, but I don't think it's gonna be like the most exciting week. What are you gonna do the whole week? I don't know. No, Rasper's gone too, by the way. So, what should I do while I'm gone on vacation? I'm gonna try to like not look at my computer, but I have like massive amounts of money on the line, like extreme money on the line. I also have like a unbelievable, almost difficult to articulate dopamine addiction, especially after a day like yesterday. Like, I have so much desire to get more dopamine that I don't even like know. You are fuck cool. Set your stops and read some books. Book Rex. What do you got? I'm gonna order some books to my mom's house before I leave. Today's Friday. Fuck. Well, they won't be here by tomorrow. Fuck. They won't be here by tomorrow. No way. I'll DM you offline. Send me a couple book recs. Fuck, they're not gonna be here by tomorrow. Just go to the store. Sure. Going to the bookstore IRL is more of like a date It's more of like a scouting activity. It's like more for dating. If we're gonna be honest, it's more for dating. Straight up, like you're not really like browsing the bookstore that well. You know, it's like I'm walking around, my head's turned, I can't read the fucking titles. It's like there's not much to do in a bookstore, realistically, because you're not like checking anything out. Or you're buying a book and it sucks because you like felt pressure. Like, yeah, it's a hangout spot. Totally, it's a hangout spot. What does your daily day look like? Like, what do you want to know? Like my during the week? Like today kind of day? Liar's Poker. I do want to read that. Okay, I'll give you my normal day. I wake up at 6:28. I go in the mirror, look myself in the eyes, tell myself I'm a fucking G. I go on the roof. I stretch. I run down and back like 12 times until I'm like sweating. Then I do like a dynamic stretch up and down, high knees, all this shit. Do like a real stretch, some push-ups. I turn the shower on. I sit down in my bathroom and I read like 5 pages of a book. 5, 6 pages of a book. Get in the shower, take a shower. Come downstairs, meditate, journal, stretch one more time. I walk to the coffee shop. I get usually a black iced Americano, but sometimes I'll do a cold brew if I'm really tired. Come back. I get on my computer by like 7:12. I listen to a song real quick, really loud. This morning it was No One Knows. And then I get on a call 7:15 to 8. We prep for stream. Final preps, wrap it in the morning, whatever. And then I get off at 8. I go upstairs. I sit in a dark room for 5 minutes. I change. I throw on a suit. Say a quick prayer or whatever. Start stream. Stream for 3 hours. Wait, what to what part? Wait, what to what part? Stream for 3 hours, always. And then daily jerk or no daily jerk. And then I get off stream. Usually I go take a nap right away for like 20 minutes. Take a nap, read for like 10 minutes, and then I go to the gym. I get back from the gym. I go to the gym and then I'll eat. I'm back probably at like 2. I'll take a shower and like doom scroll until like 2:30. 2:30 to 3 is like 2:30 to 4 is just like personal, like trading, market research, Twitter, DMs, whatever's going on. Until 4. At 4 we get on a call 4 to 6 with Tulip King, DNAB, and Malcolm 4 to 6, and we do like guest outreach. We do clips, things I should quote tweet. I post my rants, get things uploaded to YouTube, and then we plan tomorrow's stream. I get off at 6. I'll like eat dinner 6:37, and then 7 to like 9. I'm kind of just like bullshitting / working. Maybe like 7 to 8. I'm like on my computer again. 8 to 9. I try to be done with the computer and do like just some like normal shit. Watch a TV or whatever. Read a book. Go for a walk. And then 9:30 lights out, I'm in bed. Wake up again 6:28. Do it again. And then do it again every life. Do it again every day until make $10 million in public markets. Yeah. Just do it again. Do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And again. Yeah. Hello, threadguy. You are best. Thanks, brother. Thanks, man. You're the best. Chris Camillo said he did it all on leverage options. Where is that post? No porn. Porn's the mind killer, brother. Porn is the mind killer. Never goon. Dude, they really nuked my. I wanted to play this video. You'll continue after 10 million liquid. Yeah, I don't have a number. I know everybody like says they have a number. There's no number. There's probably a number to like get me off of stream, but I don't. There's no number to like quit. Are you single? Who's asking? I am. I'm married to the game though. How old are you? I'm 24. I'm married to the game, brother. So single is like, I wouldn't tell her that. I wouldn't tell the pub chart that I'm single, but to you, I will. Jackson Ray, what's good? What happened? Mike Stokes? Really? Is it bad? What? Oh, sorry. Fuck. Chill. I got it. Chill. So yeah, that's basically my life story. I don't really have much. I was gonna play this clip for you. Remember the Chris Camillo clip where I'll just tell a story. What if I just tell a story instead of playing a clip? Chris Camillo did this bit. He did this interview with Door Cash Hitters are here. He did this interview with Iced Coffee Hour, Graham Stephan. And he tells this story that he met this guy. It's a good friend of his. He knows from real life, normal guy. I'm 24, bro. Fuck. And he goes to this like event with this guy. It's an IRL event, and his daughter is there. The guy's daughter is there. And the guy's daughter is 10. And so he says, "Hey, Chris, she's a little shy, my daughter, but she had a question for you." And he like, "What is it?" And she's like, "Oh, like, I've saved up $500. I want to invest. Like, what should I do?" And Chris is like autistic lunatic mind. He like gets down on one knee and he's like, "Okay, this is what you really want to know?" She's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, this is what you should do." He gets down on one knee. He's like, "This is what you're gonna do. Is you're gonna deposit $500 into Robinhood. And then you're going to go over to the margin section and you're going to take your $500 as collateral and you're going to get another $500 as margin. And you're going to take all 1,000 of it and you're going to put it into Amazon options that expire in the next 6 months." And she's like, "What?" And he's like, "If you do this and you do it the way that I said it with the margin, Amazon doubles. You could turn your $500 into $2,000. And now you could do it without the margin and you could diversify and you could buy a couple of other things, but then you're not going to make any money. You're going to make a couple $100. What's the point?" This is like a 9-year-old girl. "What's the point of a couple $100? No. We're going to take margin and we're going to put the whole thing into Amazon options. And this is going to go up a lot and you're going to make a lot of money." And here's what I'll say is that if it doesn't go up a lot, I will personally guarantee that you get your money back. I will pay you the money back. However, if we get into a position where I have to pay the money back, my financial situation is not going to be very good. And so you're going to have to pray that I have enough money to give you back. And she's like, "Okay." And I think she plowed it. Dude, I think she plowed Amazon. I think she plowed it into Amazon. 9-year-old girl, 11-year-old girl. So, yeah, Chris Camillo, the fucking GOAT. One of the best to ever do it. Yeah, that little girl grew up to be Leopold Aschenbrenner. He is a great teacher. He's one of the best. What's your best TV show? I'm not a big TV. I'm about to start watching The Industry though. Should I watch that tonight? It's a Friday, but I don't really want to go out because like I gotta book a flight. I gotta book a flight. I gotta book a flight. Fuck my life. I gotta book a flight. I gotta go. I have to go. Industry bangs. You haven't seen it? No. And I love trading shit. I don't know why I haven't seen it. Every season of Industry is better than the last. Can I give you a take? I didn't think Succession was that good. I got pretty bored of Succession. I've never seen The Sopranos either. Ooh, I'm kind of weak with TV shows. You know what I'm probably going to do tonight? What I'm probably going to do tonight is I'm going to watch The Big Short for like 30th time. I'm probably going to watch The Big Short for the 30th time tonight is what I would like to do. I could watch that movie every day for the rest of my life. every day. It's the greatest movie ever. Have you watched The Godfather? No, but I watched Goodfellas. You know I watched Goodfellas? I watched Goodfellas with Base 16Z. Entourage, best show of all time. I don't know if it's the best show of all time, but it's unbelievable. I was on a horrendous streak when I started watching Succession. It didn't stop until I stopped watching, so I never finished it. That's hilarious. For as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to be a gangster. I love Entourage. The problem is Entourage is just like boring. Like it gets boring. It's like such a good show, but it's not a great like binge the whole thing type of show. You know what I mean? Like you didn't see Rounders with Based? No, I didn't see Rounders with Based. I've actually never played poker with him. I've never played poker with him. I would like to play poker with him. I'm not thinking of a poker player, but I love poker. The bit with Entourage gets boring. I agree. It gets old pretty fast. But the season like 1 or 2 is unbelievable. Silicon Valley, I've never seen that. Do you miss your school? Like my college? No. You ever seen Margin Call movie? I fucking love Margin Call. The problem is you can't show Margin Call to people who aren't like complete freaks. That's the thing. It's like you got to be like really into Margin Call to watch Margin Call. You know what I mean? Like you got to really like the trading stuff. You have to like love it. Otherwise it's boring. It's slow. It's like I showed it to a group. I showed it to Razmer and he was mad at me. I was like, dude. He was mad at me when I showed it to him. Went to bed. What about Dumb Money, Seth Rogen? I watched Dumb Money like for the second time recently. It was pretty good. The problem is nothing is as good as The Big Short, and The Big Short is like a movie about being bearish. You ask your girlfriend movie recommendation, she drops Margin Call. What are you doing? I'm asking who cooked here. Yeah. The problem with Big Short is it's about being a bear. It's like pretty bad for society. Other shows, Shameless was really good, but I haven't watched shows in a while. Oh, I'm watching Game of Thrones right now. That's heat. It's great. I haven't watched it in a while. I had it like low-key, Malcolm, I don't know if you're watching, but streams were bad when we were watching Game of Thrones. Like stream got worse when we were watching Game of Thrones. Since your last Game of Thrones analogy, it has. I haven't been watching it. Streams are better. Yeah, it's been a while since your last Game of Thrones analogy because I'm not watching it. Wall Street, I've seen. Is that Gordon Gekko? I've seen that. Margin Call, I love. Boiler Room, I've never seen. Rounders is unbelievable. And The Big Short is so good. Maybe we should do a stream where we just watch like movie clips. I love Rounders. That movie is so good. Rounders rocks. But like I showed it to my parents who are not poker players. They don't understand poker. And it's actually like kind of technical to watch Rounders. Like it takes some level. Moneyball's goated. I watched that recently. Uncut Gems is unbelievable. You're watching House of the Dragon? No, I haven't finished Game of Thrones. I watched a movie this week. I love movies. I watch a lot of movies. Movies over shows. What did I watch recently that was so good? I watched I don't know. Fuck IMAX. Fake ass scarcities, right? I'm watching Silo on Apple TV. I used to watch Your Friends and Neighbors, but I got so bored of it. Go watch Goodfellas if you've never seen that. That shit will get you fucking. You ever seen Goodfellas? That will get you fucking. Do you have a Kindle? No. Are you an LA Vape Cabal founder? I don't know about founder. Founding member, probably. Goodfellas is so good, yeah. Unusual Suspects. Do you have a kid? No. Not that I know of. Usual Suspects. I've never seen this. Goodfellas and Casino must watch. I've never seen Casino. Pit Boss. Yeah, I think you ever watch War Dogs? No, but I watch the TikToks all the time. I never skip a War Dogs TikTok. What were we watching last night? I started watching the movie last night. It was so fucking nuts. Apocalyptic? Apocalypto. You ever seen this shit? Oh my god, this movie is fucking nuts, bro. I wanted to finish it, but I it was just like so late. It was like I couldn't. We started watching it at like midnight. I gotta wake up at 6 a.m. But the intro scene is nuts. They kill the capybara thing. I tried to watch what's that movie, like the porn movie? That doesn't sound a porn movie. That doesn't sound right. But the movie about like the porn industry, what's it called? Buzz or something? Boogie Nights. I got bored. I don't know. I started watching it and I was just like, eh. I wasn't really in the mood for it. Like I just wasn't. 50 Shades of Rasmer. It was just like whatever. Like I wasn't that. Oh, I want to watch this might be gay. But I keep getting this on my I basically, okay, here's my philosophy is if I see a TikTok for a movie that I like a movie scene on a TikTok, and I watch a bunch of it and I don't skip them, then I'm like I should watch the movie. So I want to watch I've been getting the TikTok I'm getting the most right now is Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I want to watch this. I've been getting hella TikToks from Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I never skip them. It's hella cute. I love that cute shit. So I might watch that at some point. Why are you gay? I might watch that at some point. I did Goodfellas. You know what I'm gonna do a movie list thing. Like I'm gonna do a movie list thing for you. Chat really into slop. What do you like? What the fuck do you like? I'll do a list like IMDb or what do you call it? Middlemen. I'll do that. You like mafia movies? You know what I don't like? My least favorite genre I think is like action. Like I'm not a big like I can't really get into like James Bourne and shit. Like I'm down, but I'm not really a huge fan of like an action movie. Like I don't know. It just doesn't really like. Isn't that what I said? Jason Bourne? What did I say? They're just mid. You haven't seen Heat and you'd be locked up. No, I haven't seen Heat. Oh, James Bourne. You know, Heat movie. Like The Accountant is mid. I'm sorry, that movie is mid. I watched The Accountant 2 or whatever. That shit is mid, bro. The Accountant is mid as fuck, bro. It's not that good. Like it's just not. I'm more of like a coming of age, like my dad would laugh if he heard me say that, by the way. I used to clown him. I'd be like, no coming of age movies. You know, he's trying to show me this coming of age slop, but I would not appreciate it. Like good shit, like some like Good Will Hunting. Like I would love that. Some Good Will Hunting. Yeah, narrative thriller. The Prestige. You know, I watched The Prestige and I hadn't smoked weed in a long time. It was like Almost Famous. I love Almost Famous. I watched it with my dad. My mom too. I hadn't like smoked weed in like a long time, like a couple years ago. And I was like, I'm gonna break my tea break and I'm gonna watch a movie. And the movie I landed on was The Prestige. And so I went to this Miami dispensary and I bought some like Death Diamonds rolled in like Killer Keef with like devil wax. And I smoked this like fucking. They call them Jeters? What do they call them? This like crazy fucking monstrosity of weed. And I started watching this movie and I was tweaking. Like I was genuinely tweaking. This was way before we started Counterparty. This was like a long time ago. This is back when I smoked. I don't do that shit anymore. Fuck no. I'm sober as hell. Although I might put the Zin in after this. Sober as hell. And I watched it and I'm like, the intro scene, the girl's trapped in the fucking water chamber and she's axing her out and he can't get her out right before they get married and she's pouring out and like on the stage and giving CPR and it was nuts. You don't drink when you go out. I drink. I just don't go out. So yeah, that intro, I'm watching the intro scene and I'm like hyperventilating. My mom said, ugh. Come on, mom. Come on, mom. I don't. Come on, ugh. I just said I don't do anything. I just got done saying I don't smoke. I don't do anything. Ugh. Come on. Come on. L son, W mom. You ever seen a graphic of Genji drinking way less and smoking more weed? This is a problem. You know, I saw someone post about this. I think it's a big part of that. I think the birth rate thing. You look very frail. Dude, I'm fucking jacked. Matrix is a classic. I watched The Matrix on my birthday a couple years ago. That was awesome. You like reading physical books, only physical books. Will weed ever bottom? Brother, weed has hit the blow off top for like 5 years. The weed. Are you fitting? It's like it's a piece to my microphone. It might be why the sound doesn't work. Actually, I take it off and I spin it when things start breaking. I think of the weed blow off is a big part of the like lowered birth rate. It's pretty terrible. Like, you know, like it depends what your career is, but for a lot of like employers, I would say don't hire someone that's like smoking all day. I really wouldn't. Like if DNAP told me that he like is just smacked every second of every day, I'd be like, whatever. You're really good at your job. But like the biggest cope you ever tell yourself, yeah, Lefty, is like, I'm a high performing weed. I'm a high performing smoker. It's like, no, you're not. You are high performing and you are just like nerfing yourself by smoking. And despite your consumptions, you are still able to function. Despite, not because of, despite. I used to do this. I used to be like, oh, I'm like more creative. I used to like, dude, when I was in my weed era, I used to like smoke and then I would go like lock myself in the library for like 8 hours and try to like write threads, and I would get done like 30 minutes of work, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm more creative though. Like I'm visualizing, and I'm just like in there like just like fried out of my mind watching TikToks and shit, like just completely. And despite, I'm so cognitively advanced that despite my attempts to derail my career, I was able to persevere forward. Also, the stuff that we smoke now is just nuts, man. When I moved to LA, I'm like, part of the reason I stopped smoking is I moved to LA. And I'm like, what am I smoking? Like Death Devil Cart infused in like Wiz Khalifa diamonds. And I'm like, bro, yeah. Anyways, that's my story. Then we cut that shit and launched a generational media company. And I wake up at 6. This was many years ago, brother. I wake up at 6:28 a.m. every morning on the dot. Yeah, it's way too strong. I agree. I wake up at 6:28 every morning on the dot. It changed my life when I cut the weed thing out. I'm not gonna lie. What time you sleep? 9:30. Yeah, I wake up at 6:28, and I turn I snooze it, sleep for 3 minutes, but I turn the alarm off. How to quit? You're not gonna like this, man, but how to quit? One morning you're gonna wake up and you're just gonna say, you know what? This shit is ass. And then that will just be it. That will just be it. Like, you're just gonna wake up and be like, this shit sucks. Fuck that. You became rich after discipline, change, or vice versa? Became rich? Is that the question I was asked? My buddy loves Jeters, by the way. Haha. Those things are the worst, bro. They're the worst. Easiest drug to quit. I don't know if that's actually. I don't have a lot of experience in that. People in university smoke right before class. I graduated high school in 2020, and so people would like. It was like the era of like when vapes were like getting really popular, and so like there'd be all these kids in my high school that would like go in the bathroom and they would just like boof the fucking the whole school. And the teachers would like freak out because they smelled weed, and they would try to find like weed, and they couldn't because nobody had weed. They had fucking, you know, pens, and nobody could figure out like what it was coming from. And it was like there's like a school-wide investigation into like how is this happening, like patting people down for weed. No one has weed. They have the pens. It's crazy era. They would like leave them on their desk. The teacher's like, "What's on that USB stick?" And you're like, yeah, my project. I started to read. Can you suggest one book? My only book suggestion is Reminiscence of a Stock Operator. And if you like it, I have infinite. If you don't, then I don't know. You gotta ask somebody else. But if you like it, I have a lot for you. The book makes me fucking... My favorite book in Reminiscence of a Stock Operator. This Tulip King told me, you DM me bucks, thanks, Lefty. You're just gatekeeping it. My favorite bit in Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, which is why I know I'll never be able to quit trading, is that he has this bit in the book. He does it like I write in my books. I don't know if you write in your books. Reminiscence of a Stock Operator. And he has this bit where, yeah, it sounds like he's trading coins in the 1800s, which is hilarious. You hoop better on weed, which is a fact. No, you don't. Your cardio is cooked. I don't believe that. And he has this bit where like the only thing he wants to do is buy a yacht and like fish off the coast of France or Florida or whatever. And so every year, basically, he binks the market for like $1 million, which is like 50 now. He binks the market for like deep 8 figures. And he's like, finally, I could do what I've always wanted to do. And he like buys a yacht and he like flies to Florida. And he's on like day 1 of the fishing trip. And he like sees a newspaper headline and he's like, fuck, I got to go back to New York just to trade. And he like sells the boat, gets back on a plane, trades in New York, goes through like 2 years of a bear market, bull market, whatever, binks, makes 50 mil again. Finally, I can go to France. Went to France, south of France, bought a yacht. Finally, I can fish. Day 3 of the fishing trip, he's like, fuck. Just read a newspaper headline, plane back to New York. 3 more years pass. Binks the market, 50 mil. Finally, I can go back to Florida. I really like to fish. I just want to go back and fish. Buys a yacht. And he just like does this over and 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 over again. And then he never gets to fucking fish. And he also like dies miserable. He couldn't quit. He's the GOAT though. Jesse Livermore is like the truth. Don't forget to book a flight. Yeah, you're right. I gotta do that right now. I gotta do that more. I gotta do that now. Yeah, I mean he was like trenching in like 1890. If you were starting now, what would you do? How many days are you missing because of your vacation? Whole next week. If I was starting now, what would I do? And it's like a tough question. Like, how do you want me to answer it? Like, if you were like trying to grow a Twitter following, like trying to make money, like, how do you want me to answer that? Like, to do what? For real, the best op right now, but like, to make money. What are you starting from? Like, where are we at in like your like life? What's your deal? 10K, you have a job? You have a job? You should do a call in. I don't know if I'm the best guy to give life advice. Wait, who is saying it? Yeah, do you have a job? Insky. I'm 17. I don't even know whose messages I'm reading anymore. What would you do? Don't give us advice. Well, I need like a setup. What would what I would do, I'm doing. I need like a setup though. I could actually give you a setup if you gave me the full rundown, and then I'm gonna go. If you give me like the full like demographical rundown, I could do my best. Buy the kid a Chromebook. I know I owe that fucking kid a Chromebook, but realistically, if he deserved the Chromebook, he would have been here every day. 5K ready to spend. Buy Leopold's book. That's fucked up. How to make money? Step 1, get a job. Unfortunately, for most people, that's the answer. Like, unfortunately, for most people, the answer is get a job and then spend your free time like watching the stream and paying as much attention to the world and markets as you possibly can. This is really like, okay, this one I can answer. You're 18, going to college, and you're interested in markets. What do you think is the best way to learn and climb in this space? That's what the baseline assumption is. Okay, I can answer this. You're 18, going to college, assuming you have no money, or you work like a minimum wage job. I dropped out of college. This would be my advice. My advice would be go to college, take your classes, pass, do well, and in your free time, which you have a lot of, I would probably do the frat thing too. I'm just gonna be honest. I think my take on college as someone that went to college for 1 year is that it's the last time in your life that you have an organized social organization, and you should take advantage of it because it's I think the grind core is like fucking a lot of people up. You should take advantage of it while you can, because you have like infinite time to get rich. You really do have infinite time to get rich. You should take advantage of the social aspect, organized social aspect when you have it. Underrated. You should do it. Go to college, pass your classes, do some social shit, and then just party on Friday and Saturday and spend the rest of your free time, which you have infinite, obsessing over markets to as much as you want, and you could sort of figure out where you're at. So like I would watch the show every day, and then I would probably pay the most attention to on-chain, if I was being honest. Pay attention, the most possible attention to on-chain, and just follow it. Like follow what's going on. If you decide you want to get popular on Twitter, I would tell you to like find some new, cool, interesting spot and post about it a lot. FWA, Robinhood Chain, whatever. If you really like stocks, AI stocks, start posting about it a lot. If you want to start clipping, if you want to make money, whatever it is. But like in your free time, pay a ton of attention to what's happening just in the world. And a show like this we cover a lot, right? Pay attention to what's happening in the world. Pay attention to what's happening to markets. And then spots will start to just like appear. They'll just like start to appear, and you'll find something interesting. You'll throw some money in it. Maybe you'll make some money, or you'll decide, okay, I want to get a job in this space. That'd be my next thing, is like work as close to it as humanly possible. And so like, if you thought I was super cool and you were in college and you had a lot of free time and you wanted to work with me, like you could get a job with me like pretty easily, low key. Just start clipping or do something content wise. You could work at Counterparty like fairly easily. And like I'm not gonna be on a call with you every day, but like we're in a chat, and like if you want to talk or like you have a question or whatever, like I'll answer you. This is so underrated. You know, this is what I'll tell you. I think like entry level position sort of thing, understate how much responsibility you can get just by being reliable and having some agency. People, I think in the workforce, generally people like severely understate how much responsibility you can get very quickly by just being reliable and having some agency. Like 100%. If you could just like get shit done and you are like reliable and you answer and you like come in clutch, you will like move up the ladder like really fast. You will. Like all of a sudden I'll just be like, fuck, we need a guy. Who's the guy? Okay, cool. Here's this kid. Take him. He's good. Yeah, he's fucking been good. Just take him. Let's go. And it's like, if you're down to like eat shit for like just a little bit, you earn the trust like really fast. Have you ever worked a job before? I worked a couple. I worked on a golf course when I was in high school. I worked as like basically head of growth for a crypto company, Tally Labs, when I was 19, 20 in 2022. Now, my job was like be lit on Twitter, but I took, I was on 7 a.m. call every morning or whatever, 8 a.m. call every morning, doing BD, closing deals and shit. And then I quit, started doing content full time. closed my own deals, got my own partnerships, got sponsors, whatever. And then I started a company with Malcolm. So I haven't worked like the traditional, how much you pay in counterparty, how many views, it depends. What do you want to do? How many views can you get? It could be infinite. Pokemon and FWA, I know, isn't it great? It could be infinite. I don't know. There's no limit to how much money you could be paid if you got enough views. It's infinite. It could be infinite. On Insta, like 100K per reel. There's like a CPM math. I don't do it. Hit up Tulip King. You want a job, you can get a job. This is the most, again, I think this is the most underrated aspect of like this Twitter thing is like, bro, you could just like get a response from like 9-figure guys. They'll just like respond to you. They'll respond to you. 9-figure guys will just respond to you. You do something good. And I think people severely underestimate how much responsibility you can get very quickly by just being reliable and like doing some cool shit. This is like a lifeism. I feel like I've learned. If you want to break into crypto inner circles, how do you do that? By being good. Chat, I'm being in New York area in 30 to 45 days. What's the over under me actually seeing TG? Not 0. It's definitely not 0. I would like to see you. I played basketball the other day, easy. It didn't go great, but so yeah, that's my life advice. I don't know if I'm like the guy that should be giving out life advice, but I've had some things go well recently. Could you explain being good? Like, to what? Yeah, like little shit like this. I made 60K in 2025 by finding things to snipe for a guy that's a Chad sniper. 10% on everything I found for him. Yeah, all the shit you're saying requires the premise of actually being good at skill to the thing you're aiming towards. Of course. Like, that's just like life, is being good at the thing you're like aiming towards. Or like trying to get good at it. We started talking about stocks 6 months ago. I had no idea what was going on. Now I think I have some idea. But we did it every day for 6 months, you know? And then like, okay, cool. I maybe understand what's going on a little bit. These things are like pretty easy to get good at. Like if you decided you wanted to be the best clipper in the world, you know, like I actually think the biggest psyop, the biggest money-making psyop, skill-building psyop in the history of society is that it takes 10,000 hours. That's like the biggest psyop of all time. It takes way less than 10,000 hours. Like way less than 10,000 hours. Like substantially less than 10,000 hours. Like I have streamed, Malcolm, how many streams did we do this year? 250, maybe more. How many weekdays in a year? How many weekdays in a year? Like 250 times like 175 minutes divided by 60. It's like not even 1,000 hours of stream for the year. I would imagine that I got a lot fucking better in a year. It's not even 1,000 hours. Is that right? Yeah, I just think that people like see the 10,000 number and they're like, oh, fuck. Like, what am I going to do? I can't do 10,000 hours. And it's like, you don't have to do 10,000 hours. What if you can make 200 to 400K a year in sales, but you don't like it? What's the best way to make generational wealth now based on where the world's at? I'm spinning a fidget spinner. Tell me if it's annoying. I would figure out what your worldview, where you think the world is headed, and then figure out how to get as close to it as humanly possible. And so I'm like, okay, the entire world's going to trade. Retail trading is going to be massive, and individual investors are going to be able to print in the market. And so how about I run a live stream that can bring all those people here? We can talk about markets all day. That seems like that feels like a reasonable place to start. Do I want to do it for the rest of my life? Probably not. But it feels like a reasonable place to start. And then whatever we can take those assumptions and then we can figure out what to do next from there. After let's do it for a couple years, see how the world evolves, see if I'm right, and then we can figure out what to do. We'll probably be in a better spot to make the right decision about what to do after that. You're doing good work. You inspire me. Thank you, brother. I hate that we have to care about oil again. No, you have to care about oil again. I don't. I simply don't. That's a total you thing. Why do you think that? Why do I think what? Oh, why do I think the retail trading thing? Because I don't know. I lived it. Like I've just grown up in and I feel like I've grown up in the generation that this applies to, and so it makes sense to us. And it makes sense to the people that are like running the data. Like Robinhood gets it because they see the data. Citadel gets it because they see the data. But like most normal people don't really, it doesn't make sense to them because they didn't grow up like making money in weird ways on the internet. But like we did. So I feel like we have this unique ability to see it. And it also just like fits my my narrative. Like what the narrative I like because I'm doing it is that this thing will get bigger. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I'm down to like actively see its upfall. Why not? And I just like doing it. I like talking about the market. I like streaming. I don't like streaming as much as I like being tapped in and talking to smart people. And the best way to do that is to stream. So here we are streaming every day. I don't think I was like born to stream. By the way, I don't think my calling is to like be a streamer. But I think it's something I'm really good at or good enough at. And what comes with it is like exactly what I want to get. It probably gets me closer to whatever that thing is. So that's how I think about it. Do you hate crypto in general? I mean, crypto, like, I don't exist without crypto, bro. Crypto changed my life. I love crypto. Risk aversion is the biggest killer of someone's career. Yeah, I think however much risk you think you should take when you're like 24, it's probably like 10x that. It's probably 10x that, low key. Because your worst case scenario is like whatever for the most part. Maybe that's like naive, but I don't know. I think it's like 10x whatever you think it should be. Thoughts on Retardio? What a classic. What a classic that is. Let's see. Heart Retardio? Okay, fine. Is 22 too late to take risk, bro? Come on. $22? Worth the risk on this coin? I love Retardio low key. I feel like it's undervalued. Really? Why? Give me like a thesis. Scare money, don't take money. Always take a risk. Okay, let's buy Retardio. These is a couple. I'll eventually fuck. Why would you buy a coin that has no motion? Wow, this thing went to fucking 250 mil. I ran up 2K to 50K last month, and I'm back to 2K. Give me Vice TG. That was my all-time high port. Well, if you did it once, you could do it again. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on making money when AI takes over the majority of jobs? Do you think that's or retail trading will grow? I don't think AI is taking the majority of jobs. That's what I think. I don't think it's taking the majority of jobs at all. Yes, Lefty. I don't think it's taking the majority of jobs. That's the biggest narrative violation of this whole thing. It's not making companies more revenue. It's not making them more efficient. It's not cutting costs, and it's not taking jobs. Streaming the best risk you ever took? Yeah, I was mad. I'm mad. Like I got pretty bad like stage fright, low key. So streaming was like not really in the cards for me, I think, for a while. But we figure it out. We figure it out. I keep trying to look at Adam's Twitter. I get distracted. Here. What do you think about SPX 6900? I don't. Blood retweet, nice. This thing fucking banged, bro. 250K. He had to wait on the retweet just to be safe. Respect it. I fucking respect it, man. FWA. Let's see the Pokemon cards thing. Are they getting deposited or not yet? Maybe they're just testing it. Wish I knew how to use the blockchain. I could like find it on chain. Using a blockchain is so cool. What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that? I've never seen anything in my life. I feel like I know ball. Looks good though. So does this thing. Looks pretty good. AMC's up a lot this month. Fuck AMC, dude. I should have made so much money on that thesis. Are y'all just trenches in here? We get a little bit of everything. There's some bond traders in here, a couple billionaires. Few people run a family fund, family office. There's a lot of some stock guys, some AI guys. Take a couple billionaires, LOL. You know what's funny is you think I'm joking. There's been quite a few billionaires on as guests. By the way, how many times has Kyle Samani been on? Maybe the greatest crypto trader of all time, Kyle Samani. How many times has he been on the stream? That's the thing is you can just get like these guys to respond to you on Twitter too. It's the best part about Twitter. CZ's been on the stream. Maybe the richest guy in the world is Flood a billionaire. I have no idea how much money Flood has, but you could convince me Flood has any amount of money and I would believe you. Is he in the stream? He's in the stream right now. He is in the stream right now. That's, you know, you could search if someone's in the stream. He is here. You could convince me he has any amount of money and I'd believe you. That's so good. He's just watching right now. That's my guy. At Kobe, imagine. CZ. Wow, Elon's in here. A movie. Darren Sharper's in here. What's good, Darren? Spicy meatball. It's good. Wow, that's so. Whoa, Kai's not. Rip Viblet. Fuck. All right, guys. That was fun. I enjoyed it. A little Q&A. I feel like I have overshared. I feel like I've overshared. Now I don't know what to do with myself, so I'm gonna go take a nap and pretend like it didn't happen. I feel as if I've overshared. I got a lot of shit to do. I gotta go book a flight. I got a lot of shit to do. I got to do guest booking. Rhino's going to come on in a couple weeks, by the way. I don't know what day, but he's going to come on in a couple weeks. I'm out. I love you. I'll be back in a week. Sick week of stream. Close it out on bang. I think, yeah, hang tight. Hang tight. I'll see you in a week. I'll miss you. Wait, Malcolm, what were is Malcolm here? Fuck. Wait, Malcolm. What was the thing? Wait, Malcolm. Text me and oh. Fuck, I fucked it up. I yield my time.